Yes! What is going on, people? Welcome to the Top 4 podcast. It is a Tuesday night, the day after Bank Holiday Easter weekend. My name's Peter. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm joined by special guest Lola, an Arsenal fan.
How you doing, people?
What is going on? I'm joined by generous Dave, the man himself. He's back in action, people. An Arsenal fan.
You're done, no?
What's going on?
Good weekend of football, innit?
Hey.
And more on tonight, blood. Is there any games on Sky Sports?
No, it's all TNT, brother.
For TNT. Sake, blood.
It's a farce.
Right. Why are we starting like this, bruv? Nah, not for blood.
We'll get onto him in a second. And I'm also joined by a late comer, literally just like the return from a 1-0 deficit. I'm joined by AD, a Liverpool fan.
Bruv, you're mute, bro.
Turn off the Mac. Listen, man, we're here, man. Big things popping, little things stopping. You know what time it is. Here to win my league title.
Look at him. He's back on top. Yes, people, we are back. Yes, it is a Tuesday. I thought we mentioned it on the pod last week that we would go on a Tuesday night because neither me or Oscar would have been available on a Monday night as we are fresh off the Italian hills of Rome. Okay, and we'll get onto that in a minute. But before we do, you guys need to tell me what is your highlight of the weekend. I'll start with you, Lola.
I'll put 2-ish. I'll say had like nice cousins and stuff over for the weekend. We were just fun. A mixture in the house though, because my cousins were like either us, Chelsea or Man United fans. So that was fun. With that around at the moment. And whether or not this podcast is on it, I spent the weekend playing like one album, and it was the Beyonce album.
Okay, I see you there. Big up to yourself. Thank you for coming on as well as always. David, what's going on, man? What's the highlight of your weekend?
Yeah.
What's the highlight of your? You've been away for a year, had to wait for a year.
WWE, cuz. Wow, WWE is popping, blood. Bro, cuz Cody Rhodes got that beat down, blood.
Is man ready for WrestleMania? When is it? This weekend or is it next weekend?
Saturday, Sunday, blood. Man's getting that WWE network ASAP.
Man, flipping out. WWE.
So football. Listen, it's been a great weekend of football, though. Still, I can't lie, mate. The football this week has been amazing.
Wait, let me add one. Sorry, Arsenal winning the trophy.
Oh, of course. Come on, Lola. I'm disappointed you didn't start with that. Yeah.
Something I'm used to because we beat Chelsea last year and the same thing. You know, just we can't forget.
Hi-yo. That was Arsenal winning.
Manager moving up our guy, bruv.
Oh, what? So loser as usual. It happens every time.
Yeah, but you don't allow yourself to get pushed or still. Like it's
what should he have done? What should he have done?
Nah, blood.
If he pushes her back, what's the newspaper going to look like? Is it going to be her pushing him or him pushing her?
Bro, you get to push back, innit? Nah, blood.
Be serious. If he pushes her,
mental.
He started it, blood.
If he pushes her, you're not going to care.
What, fired in the morning, yeah? Sacked in the morning?
Sacked that evening.
I promise you, they would be on him.
He would have left that stadium employed.
Push me first, though, blood.
Yeah.
Hey. What can we say, man? What can we say? Hey? It's equal rights, sir. Listen.
Whoa, but
I mean, look. Yeah, I know. It's them ones where it's not something we can even get into, really. Yeah, and truly. We won the cup, you know what I mean? And as Lola said, sore loser.
Hey, what cup was it anyway?
It was literally just the continental one, but I needed it because we obviously.
That's a dibby. Don't bring me no dibby things, man. We need the big things, cuz. You get me?
Yeah, wonderful. We're in it.
What's that equivalent to? What, Papa John's?
No,
it's like Carabao.
Okay. It's something of weight.
All right.
I said Papa John's, you know. Yeah, bro.
They don't see the developmental players in the squad playing Darlington and that.
Nah, man. AD, talk to me. What was your highlight of the weekend?
Darlington never exists no more. You know what, man? Easter Sunday, obviously, resurrection. Big up. Kick some ball as well. I don't know. I received a couple things in a half turn, and I'm playing out. You know what I mean, decent. Man. Just getting back to the swing of things. Yeah, man. I'm ready. I'm counting down the days until May until I see Virgil van Dijk lift that league title high aloft. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Oh God. Yeah, I guess my highlight of the weekend. Yeah, as you said, you know what I'm saying. Big up Jesus on the Sunday and that. And man was in Rome for that.
Every
Mental. You can imagine. I was at the Vatican City, and yeah, scenes of glorious emotion. Yeah.
Were my eyes deceiving you? Did you see the Pope on Easter Sunday?
1,000% we saw him. Full gimmick and everything, bro. It was the weirdest thing in the world, I swear.
Was it the real Pope?
Bro, the real Pope, bro. The legit Pope, bro. Shoot Pope. You know what I'm saying? It was him.
I stopped counting after John Benedict. What's his name now?
Francis? I swear this is Francis.
Okay.
Anyway.
I think there was John Paul and then Benedict, and after that I said, I'm tapping out, man. I'm tapping out, bro.
I said I'm done, I'm out of it.
And them 3-year stints, I've got nothing to invest in, man.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Like if you're a Christian or whatever, I think that's a peak moment. That's a peak time in life where Easter Sunday in Rome at the Vatican, well, not in Rome, obviously, at the Vatican, it's like it was bizarre. It was absolutely a bizarre experience. Very, 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 very strange. But yeah, big up the Romans out and around town. Went to the Stadio Olimpico last night, guys. I was in my full Jose Mourinho gimmick, bruv. I was all in that, bruv. In the rain, I sat in the dugout, you name it, bruv. Saw the Lazio end, the Roma end, Italy. Guys, it was a great experience. I must admit. Should we get into the football? Before we do that, actually, let me get into the comments section as per usual. Big up to everybody that's locked in right now. Thank you guys for being with us on a Tuesday night when we're not normally here. But of course, we can't start a top 4 podcast unless Mirad has commented in the comment section. Good evening to the greatest football podcast to air on a Tuesday night when the agenda's run. Man City dropping points at home to lower league Sorry, can't say it. Agenda cancelled. Tahar says, big up the top 4 on a Tuesday. Question mark. You're having a laugh. Had to change my routine for this. Seriously, though, I'm gonna be a bit late. I'm gonna be breaking my fast. But Pete, chat to me about Champions Elect. Don't worry, brother. Big up yourself as well. Oscar, show us then another stinky tweet, mate. Oscar's not in town, guys. He's still in Rome, so he's not gonna be with us. He's dodging that bullet. Tahar, obviously, in response to Tahar's comment, Mirad says, Champions Elect is still intact. This is merely a chess game. Liverpool will drop points at Old Trafford.
Are you sure, mate? Are you sure, blood? Hey,
defeatist Dave. Oh, my. He's coming with a vengeance. Man.
This is what I'm saying, bro. Relax.
Listen,
you haven't seen me for the past 3 weeks, bro. Well, I've not said anything.
Where you been, bro? Where have you been?
Bro, I've been working, bro. What's going on,
Full house of Arsenal fans as well, just before David jumped before AD jumped in. Big up top 4, says David. Big up yourself. The Nigerian Queen. Jeez, huh? You're getting your flowers here tonight, Lola. Forgot top 4 pod was on. Yeah, listen, it is one of them ones, man. Bro, cuz blood, David is 2 road. Listen, when you're from the ends, yeah, you know what I'm saying? The ends made him, bro. The ends raised him. You know the
straight Newham vernacular. Straight Newham. E15.
Highlight the weekend watching someone mess, I guess, with the final boss. Not that guy, contender Emma Hayes. Listen, you know. Nat says, big up AD, aka Roddy Rich. Listen, yeah. I said, male aggression, the feminist agenda. Holy smokes. David not at the game. Yeah, West Ham tonight, no?
Oh, full-time job. I couldn't do that one. I couldn't make that one. Full-time job.
I see it,
So,
Are they playing tonight, West Ham?
Yeah, they're playing tonight. But I was at my full-time job. So I'm not at,
what time's kickoff?
It's starting now, 8:15.
Oh, who are they playing?
Tottenham.
Oh, come on,
toilet
man.
Bowls, man.
You should have been all over that, mate.
Hold on, bruv. Do we induct him now or at the end of the thing?
Who?
Where do you think, man? There's only one person Hall of Famer this weekend.
Listen, bro, I've been in Rome, cuz like I don't know nothing that's going on in the UK.
So he's in Germany, blood, and he brought his
German
over.
Is it German?
He left the toilet bowl this season.
No! I have to defend him.
No, you cannot.
We'll get to it.
I warned you, bruv, you lot earlier. He's
Hang
getting
on, wait. Before we dive into it, right? Damned if you do, damned if you don't. We've slagged the guy off for a decade. Slagged him off. No ambitions, no balls.
And I'm talking
He's gone to a show.
You know what I'll say? I say save it until post Champions League. If they don't get fast starts, then they've got nothing at all.
If he dumps on you at the Emirates,
actually, Let me, because I always say, let me wait for man to leave first.
Let go.
Let him. Okay, calm, cool. I'll save it for.
The Koeman thing is mad though.
They ruined it straight. That's rude.
It's the irresistible force versus the immovable object. Something's got to give at WrestleMania.
Something that's
Bro,
got
I
to
win the league every year in your career. From a U at PSG, Juventus, and Jimmy Bucks, who shall not be named.
Shout out to Nat. Says, well, going for Oscar. He's running after his team bricked it this weekend. Oscar responds with a vengeance live from Rome itself. Big up the gang. My boy Cho cooking tonight. I'm alive. Listen, these Oscars are Nottingham Forest fans.
Oscar's living life, bro. Cho cooking. He's got a nice bowl of authentic pasta.
The authenticest. You know the ones like the names of pasta you've never heard of. You know the ones. We're just
unpopular opinion.
Oh,
I hate actual Italian food.
Oh my god!
Why?
It's too rich. It's too tasty. Like, give me Domino's and Pizza Hut.
For being tasty.
No, bun that, bro.
What are you talking about, AD?
Bun that.
All that basil and tomato puree. Oh, enough off, man. Why for that? But put some meat on my pizza. put some meat on my pizza, man. Put some ketchup, put some barbecue sauce.
Hey,
put
no
some onions.
man.
I mean, it's offensive.
Spend too much time with this processed stuff. You need the authentic.
That's why I am.
Hey, no Diddy. Hey, AD,
take me to Vapiano's. Take me there.
You can have a Vapiano, but you've got to appreciate the actual authentic food.
Nah, I'm a criminal. What can I say? I'm a criminal.
Man, that is a lot of things, man. Oh my god! I tell you what, I'm cheesed out. By the way, I'm completely cheesed out. Today's just been a keto day today, bro. I'm carved and cheesed out. Like what I tell you, bro. Veg, meat, we're done. That's it. That's all I need to know. It's been a lot. Endo, big up yourself. Says the Arsenal City game ruined my Easter. Honestly, I fell asleep.
I'm happy for you.
You know the ones. It was the Shorty Shakur is back.
Yo, who they referring to? Is that Lola?
That's Lola, man.
Mad.
Oh god. Oh my days. It's a lot of things, man. It's a lot of things. Right, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. I said meet on the 8. Good God Almighty. Kane should have left White Hart Pain much earlier than he actually did. Listen, let's get into the football now. Let's talk some football, shall we? We'll kick things off at the Etihad. The stalemate that was between Guardiola, Arteta, Man City, Arsenal, point shared. Lola, how do you feel regarding this result? What did you think of the game? And what does this mean for the rest, for the run-in, for the business end of the season, as we are firmly into it now?
I'd say the game in isolation, it was, to be honest, it was more or less kind of what I expected. It was pretty much kind of slow. It was what it was. And sure, I wanted the win, but I fully would have been fine with the draw, because if we point to every team in the league, especially the big six lot, who's beat City away. So, respectfully speaking, on that kind of logic speaking, I didn't think we were definitely going to win. We definitely had a chance to win, but I didn't think we were definitely going to win. So that's what it's cool. We beat them at home, which is what you're supposed to do. And the point is not to lose away, which we didn't do either. So in that kind of, in the larger scheme of it, 4 points, a lot of teams can't say they've got 4 points of City, so I'll take that. In terms of the game itself, was it a box office thing? No, it was boring. But but I always say this: I don't care if it was boring, because it's not for the other neutrals to enjoy it. I don't care if the neutrals enjoy it; it's not their business. Me, I just want to, especially there's a lot of discourse from a lot of the annoyed rival fans saying how this is supposed to be this great team, but this is how you played. You couldn't beat City. And I didn't reply to them because there's a lot of pointless energy for no reason. Then all you have to ask is, did you beat City? And then nothing will occur. So it's like there's no point in the situation. They're complaining. Someone even had the goal to tweet, do Arsenal fans not miss when they were free flowing and easy to beat? So that's what I'm saying. This is how you know it's just purely about being agenda. So you want us to be upset because we weren't pretty. But normally if we try to be pretty, our history shows that, especially against City, we don't win. If you look at our record since Guardiola has come to the league, we have away from home, we have not beat them once. We've lost to them 12 times and drawn once. Last weekend was the second draw in the time since Guardiola's been here. That includes Wenger, Emery, and Arteta. So with our history, a draw was actually quite good. Am I gassed about it? No, because I wanted to win because just kind of for the momentum of it. But I'll take the draw easy. I think we had, and then people will talk about the fact that, we parked the bus. I definitely think we went definitely a bit more defensive because it's away from home against City. They were not going to have the ball. So I think we definitely had a plan to kind of be a bit more compact. I don't think we're meant to be as compact, but that's because City were actually playing well. I think people ignore that part of it. It's like, if City actually are going to play well, they are going to camp you in, generally speaking. If they're playing a team who's similar to them in style, it's not going to be fun to watch for anyone else. That's what happened. I think, but if you look at it, if people actually looked at it about like being all extra, we had the more clear-cut chances to win the game. And if it wasn't for Jesus being Jesus, we would have got a goal. I think we had the Jesus one where he should have got the end of it. We had the one where Trossard should have passed it to Martinelli because it was very blatantly there. He didn't. So you deep it. If I ask people to actually think about the chances on goal for both teams, if they're going to tell me and pretend that City had the clear cut, they're lying. Because if you try to tell me I think the one shot they had on target, it was Ake from a corner. Well, he should have scored. He didn't. He saved, and then there was nothing else. The only other one was when Haaland whiffed up the goal. That was it. So people will look at the possession percentage and get annoyed and say, "Oh yeah, you barely had the ball." I don't care. It was one of those things where we're away from home. A team that's not going to City. It's not like we're playing Liverpool. Liverpool game, it's always going to be a kind of Liverpool against Arsenal. It's just naturally going to be more interesting because it's a clash of styles. So Liverpool's team don't play that kind of way where it's going to be a case of minor things like that. City game is going to be boring. I didn't mind it. I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't like a fun thing, but I took it the point because we just don't lose. That's what happened. I think to be honest, I think our defense, specifically Ben White, our defense as a whole, and Declan Rice had a great game. I think Raya decided to choose this game to be his worst self, but we didn't lose, so it's fine. So it was fine. I think the attack was not good. I think the attack as a whole wasn't good. I think Odegaard could do as much as he could do if no one else is going to help him. He could do a lot. Anything good that happened in the game was via Odegaard. So overall, it was what it was. Rival fans will be upset about it. It's not my concern. We didn't lose. Move on to it.
Can I just interrupt for a second? The scum have taken the lead at the London Stadium.
For flip's sake, man. How many minutes? When it was kickoff?
About 44 minutes, mate. Flipping it, mate.
Oh, this is the time I bring Mr. Robinho into the building. What's going on, Manchester United fan Robinho? Before I let David jump in on the Arsenal chat.
There's 9 games to go, people. In this Premier League.
He's just counting down.
Hey, Pierre, guess who got the assist?
Don't.
Timo Werner, mate.
Hey, he's not going to assist in it.
However, Pete.
Yeah.
You know what? Do you know what's also good about this week?
Come.
It's WrestleMania,
That's right. People the people are waiting. They're ready for it. They're ready for 2 nights of WrestleMania.
Can I chat about the game, mate?
Right, quickly,
yes.
Before you go on that, I want to laugh at Haaland. That's how many games, every single game we played in, Lieber and Gabriel specifically, had him completely padlocked. It's hilarious. He looks reactive every single time.
Man.
Yeah, I think Roy Keane in his analysis, he went a bit too far. It wasn't League 2. Let's stop it. Let's relax.
You get the point that he's making, though.
Yeah, I get the point.
I get the point he's making, but anyway, let me talk about the game. Yeah, Pete, have you ever seen Arsenal make so many fouls and not get a yellow card. I was shocked.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't watch the game fully. I watched highlights, so I didn't get to see all those little intricacies, like noticing that kind of thing.
Big man,
I was surprised.
We were fouling left, right, center, yeah. And I'm waiting for Anthony Taylor to pull out the card. Mate, the guy just went.
Bro, there was one time Rice saved down Haaland.
I was
like, what? Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
I'm like, what's going on, bro?
2 yellow cards came from Raya time wasting and Jesus being an idiot kicking the ball away. That was it.
I mean, it's up there with being one of the biggest games of the season, right? So, like, it was important how,
we've had big games before. We've never referees have never been on our side. I'm like, bruh.
In fairness, they were fouling as well. I think he just decided to say no one's getting a card.
I don't mind the consistency. If it's happening for both teams in the game and it's flowing and it's going. Do you know what I'm saying? It's one of those games you don't want to ruin and stop, start. I mean, according to people, it was boring anyway. So you imagine, like,
that game, for the neutral, that game was horrible.
We don't give a damn about the neutral.
Yeah, that's fine. That's the thing.
Do you know what was getting on my nerves? Yeah, was no one wanted to take a risk, like playing that ball through the, like just behind Rodri or getting behind. That's the only thing that was annoying me. But yeah. We defensively, mate, we're solid, mate. I can't even say nothing, mate. I ain't got a complaint. Just Jesus, brother, please. Just shoot, bro. Man is just twisting up, man, and then not. Mate, come on, man.
There was one specifically where it was like he made a yard for himself, rather than shoot, he made a yard for himself and didn't shoot.
He made the yard, then he goes, and I'm like, mate, come on, bro. But yeah, apart from that, I ain't got no complaints. Havertz didn't do much. Obviously, see our physical side as well. So physically, we weren't going to bully them in it. But in terms of the midfield battle, yeah, it was even Stevens. Yeah, man, a point. And yeah, mate, all I'm going to say is, obviously, because Liverpool won their game, it just adds more pressure on our next games, especially the big ones coming up. Like, I'm not expecting Liverpool to, apart from United, Aston Villa, City got Aston Villa. The rest of them, I'm expecting them not to win, innit? And we got the hardest fixtures out of the three, innit? So it just puts pressure on those big games that, okay, we have to actually take 3 points. We can't drop any more points. That's all that yet. Oof, Tottenham almost scored again. But yeah.
Yeah, no, always going into the week of the game, I fancied us. I was like, we need to actually really make a statement. If we're going to go ahead and win this league, we need to go to City and put a dent in them. As the week went on and as the fixture got closer, I was very much like bricking it. And I didn't watch the game at the time, so I'd watched the highlights after the game. But when I checked my phone and just saw how did we get on, and I saw 0-0, I fist pumped because it was like, get in there. We've got a draw at City. As you've mentioned, some of the results we've had at City have been shocking. And the two, I think the other draw that you were mentioning there, Lola, was the 2-2 at home, Guardiola's first season, where both teams were just like, we were awful in 2017 type of thing at the end of the season.
It's 5-1, 4-0, 5. So it's like, look, am I singing from the rooftops? No. We did lose at a ground that we normally get slapped at. I'll take it.
That's the thing. It's a huge improvement to what we've done and gone. Going to City has been a nightmare for us, and it's men against boys whenever we go there all the time. Even last season's Arsenal, you know what I mean? So this season for us to go in there with a professional performance. What was interesting, hearing the players post-match, they were like not disappointed. They were not happy with the draw. They were like, we could have gone and won it. We're not satisfied, was their comment. And I was there like, okay, all right, okay, let me all right, I'm hearing that talk. But then, when you watch the game in play, you sometimes got to count your chickens where you're like, okay, you know what? We've got, I think City had like 70+% of the ball. What's going on, Robin?
Breaking news, Lisandro Martinez out for a month.
Jesus. Yeah.
We love that. We friggin' love that. How was he out again?
Because we rushed him. We rushed him in the Brentford game.
Before we started, I said that when he came on, it was very clearly he wasn't fit.
You did say that, yeah. Wow. Okay, we'll get to United in a sec, Robin.
Don't come to us.
Hold that news right there. Just keep that news hot, fresh. You know, in the oven when it's not actually on, it's just the lights on, so that it's still going. Keep that warm for us for later on.
But
yeah,
lasagna.
It was a kind of cooking thing because, like you said, they weren't satisfied because I think on balance of play, City possession, they beat us with possession. But then I can argue we beat the possession, and this is the one thing that makes me laugh. When City came to play us at the Emirates, are we forgetting that City basically sat back? Then they did the same thing to us, or we did to them. So I don't understand why a lot of them are upset that we did the same thing. It's tit for tat. You did it to us, we did it back. The difference is you didn't win, which is hilarious because you're supposed to have this. It's like everyone in your team is world class, but you didn't beat us. So I don't know why they're upset about it. It was fair as fair, and like I said, on the balance of play, technically we had the better chances and we didn't do it. So that says a lot more about them than us. Like I said, the boring was what it was. We should have taken the chances in terms of like you said, these kind of things, small margins of the thing. So the Jesus one, I think one of the Havertz run, the chop in and the ending thing, Tristan Martinelli, one of them should have been taken. It wasn't. It might be biased, but then I could argue and say, basically, I'll say this: the draw to City that people are making out feel like this is where Arsenal lost it. If we lose the league, it won't be because of the City game, because we lost because we lost the game and we lost the West Ham. We won't lose the City game that we drew to.
100.
No, that's true.
And if you look at it,
go through, AD.
I'm just gonna say, and if you look at it in totality, Arteta's got 4 points out of 6 against City, 4 points out of 6 against Liverpool, his two main title contenders. And this is a stark contrast to Arsenal. Now, I think you lot alluded to it earlier, where Arsenal needs to go to this ground. 5. You see, you guys are 3-1 down last season. Rob Holding is smiling. So big up because you look at that back 4, yeah, and I just saw men. Back 5. Let's throw that Declan Rice in there, right? I just saw men. 6'2" solid men that are there to defend, that are there to die on the line. And we can criticize and call the game as boring as we like. No. What I saw was a stalemate. What I saw was 2 teams who had a league title on the line, and they said, I can't give the other team the edge. I cannot lose the league on this day. So I can't lie. The first half, I found it compelling because it did feel like a chess game. But I'm not going to lie. I felt second half, I wanted to see somebody make something happen. KDB, Saka, Jesus, Bernardo, Foden, whoever it was, just sort of tap that Haaland.
I agree with that, but that's why like second half, that's the trust thing. We had that.
You had it.
Do you know what? As well, though, I think the second half, from what I saw, was that it shows why this game was so silly to have straight after an international break. Because I blame a lot of that second half kind of lack of sharpness, lack of whatever, due to the fact that everybody's gone away for 2 weeks. They've gone to X, Y, and Z country. They've then come back. They probably had injured. Players got injured. Yeah. You probably had 2 days training. And even then, it's not even real training. It might have been just a quick light work, tactic talk, and that will be about it. But yeah, it was just one of those where, I think if this game was played in 3 games' time, it's going to be this what we saw, but a bit more on the edge, a bit more of like a thriller type of thing. So hey, listen, I'm taking the 0-0 draw all frigging day long. The fact that we didn't concede against Man City in the league, and if you want to include the Community Shield, okay, we conceded 1 goal against them all season. We've not lost to them this season. And that's a big thing for us. Even Liverpool, the Liverpool situation, Liverpool always gets something against Arsenal in a season, right? They usually do. But of late, they're finding it frigging hard to get results against Arsenal. And that is a bonus.
Peter, let me let you in on the secret. Arsenal at home used to be my favorite game of the season. I kid you not. No, this isn't a joke. This is hyperbole. Because we used to tear you limb from limb. Like I remember when Alden used to have, I had Ramsey crawling on the floor, but we used to 3s, 4s, 5s every year. But then you're right. Something switched. Something's changed at Arsenal Football Club. Yes.
And I have to credit Arteta for that for 1,000%, because to go into a football club and change a lot of what's going on underneath, because a lot of what we're seeing now is due to the work that was going on behind closed doors for a long time when the results weren't coming. And then we're sort of seeing a completely new thing. We still need to iron some stuff out because, as Lola said, if we lose the league to Liverpool or City this season, it won't be for the fact of the Liverpool games or the Man City games. It will be
at the beginning, Brad.
It'll be the bread and butter
games, the West Ham game.
So Let's see. It's going to be an absolute thigh rubber for the rest of the season. Let me get these comments
Hey,
in.
bruv, what
Not
going
people
with
chatting.
that, blood?
What's that?
I said fire rubber, blood. I like.
It's not the best use of English.
Have you ever rubbed your thighs when you see something that's very tasty? About
To be fair, you see Paul's culture. Yeah, Paul's culture has ruined society, and I'm as big a part of the problem as anyone. You can't say anything these days.
Now, don't forget, it's me. I refuse to do calls. I will forcibly make people not do that. One day I'll get out of your heads.
Listen, guys, it's going to be a barn burner. How about that then for the rest of the season? Nat says Arsenal are cheeky for offering a full rewatch of that drab. Listen, Nat.
That's hilarious. I saw that. I said you're taking the piss.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, much better point for Arsenal than it was for City, says Endo. Both teams look timid. I'm not sure I agree with this comment too tough. Much better point for Arsenal. Here's the thing, though. We're not top anymore, and we've got the harder run. City have got Liverpool and Arsenal out of the way, and now it's like the Trojan horse. Like, now they're ready to just go 100 mile an hour. And I don't care if they're playing Villa or if they're playing, you know what I'm saying, someone half decent. Teams are gonna get, you know what a steamroller is? When they're laying on that tarmac, yeah, and that steamroller comes through just to flatten it down, guys. Teams are gonna play City in the next couple of weeks and get steamrolled.
I think they've got Luton next. Is it Luton?
No, they're playing Aston Villa.
I think it's Villa. I
Guess who's injured?
I know they've got Luton at home coming up though.
Listen, someone's gonna hold it.
7.
Someone's gonna hold it, guys.
Haaland's gonna score 5 in the game.
Just
But
know. Yeah, go on Haaland.
On Endo's point, because there's a narrative, and I think Dan Coogs, shout out him, he made this point, and I've long agreed with it, but I've heard it articulated, and I'm like, right, yeah, it's right. So why is it when Liverpool plays City, Liverpool must win? When Arsenal plays City, Arsenal must win. Yet Man City haven't won any of those 2 games this season, and in fact, they have actually won 3 out of 12 points against their title rivals.
It's very simple, Adrian, because we know what City have done in the past and what can do.
Okay.
It does. Yeah. It does. They can prove that they don't need to win those games to go on an 18-win streak.
Do you know what? Robin is bang on with that comment. You have to earn the respect in football. The Liverpools and Arsenals of this world have to go and beat City because we ain't done it. And when we do, you know, when Guardiola was mentioning, you know, everyone's talking about, you won once at Anfield, blah blah. David, we'll get to you in a sec. You know what's it called? Yeah, you know, Liverpool have you know, when they had their results against City at Anfield, I think Guardiola won 1 game. And Guardiola mentioned the fact that, bro, like they've never beaten us at the Etihad. This remarkable Liverpool everyone talks about, they never beat us. Guardiola versus Pep. Guardiola versus Pep. Guardiola versus Klopp. Klopp did not get a sniff at the Etihad, not once. But you got to earn that respect. That's the thing. So the agenda, I understand. Until you start going out there beating these teams, no one should be. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the right.
I heard that. I also look at this season. Whilst you're City, you ain't beating none of the big 6 bosses by Man United. Like, I think I get you got the praise, but there's also still a level that you have to maintain yourself. You have not beat even Chelsea.
Do you know what though, Lola? I think next season the conversation will be, can City go to these big clubs and win? I think in the season it's happening. It's probably the first time it's ever happened where City are not winning games against the big 6. Like, that's just not even a thing. Do you know what I'm saying? So this is the first time it's happened. And I think it's only after this game people have started to clock this conversation. Whereas when it was happening in real time, you might think, oh, okay, maybe they were just unlucky against Liverpool, or maybe they were, because they could have won at Anfield, but they could have lost at Anfield.
4-4 against Chelsea was a freak game, for instance.
4-4, yeah, exactly. There were some games where you just like, okay, and some games were just early on, so it'll be intriguing. I mean, look, I think if City lose the league, for example, right, then the conversation is there. If City win the league, they will forget about that record very, very quickly.
That's true.
And in fact,
as they have done in years past,
you know the ones. You forget about it quick. If City win 4 league titles in a row, you got to understand what the agenda looks like, guys. They could do it. They could do a double treble. Have we even thought of that? Has anyone come to the conversation to say, do you know what? They could win the Champions League, Premier League, and the FA Cup again. I ain't hearing that too tough. It's all about City don't look the same. City is this, City is that. Okay. They are in all three competitions at the very death.
Okay.
So, listen, it's funny. Results change perceptions, mate. At the end of the day, Endo says, "Look, City looks so average. People say they turn up in the final run but this year I'm not so sure. They look like they are missing a bit of stardust."
Yeah, and this time their final run is looking nice. Even if put it this way, their final run, even if their levels are lower, is also matching their levels as well. They've got a bunch of games that even if they're not at their peak City, they should easily still win all of those games.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at them running, right? The final games, right? And what it is that you're just hoping they lose.
Yeah,
because they're at home to Villa, then they're away at Palace, home to Luton, away at Brighton, away at Forest, home to Wolves, away at Fulham, last game at home to West Ham United.
Guys,
You're hoping and praying.
You're praying.
You're hoping and praying.
And guess what? They're playing Villa next year. Watkins is out, bro. He's got a hammy, bro.
Timing.
Do you know what though? Villa are away from home. Yeah, let's not act like they are Hulk. When they're away from home and they're playing against a team that's got some sort of caliber, they wet the bed.
Bend over.
They wet the bed.
That's the point that they already wet the bed. Plus now they're down their striker. It's long. So that was this run is literally a case of I would personally be shocked if City don't end up winning all their games.
Yeah, you would be shocked if City don't win all their games.
You know what? Yeah.
Now,
But I
granted,
do think
there's Champions League in between.
Yeah,
there's one more game. Sorry, I forgot one more game. They got away to Spurs still. It's just not been confirmed.
Spurs one is one I can see they easily lose.
Spurs away.
But
Would
I feel like
Spurs win if it meant Arsenal winning the league? Just gonna leave it out there.
Because there's a few horse race, yeah. Like it's not even necessarily being beaten; just failing to win can be fatal. And all three of us have these little. So I'll just give you a random game, right? Fulham away. You think Fulham away? I don't know. Like Fulham is this kind of team you can see them maybe nick a 1-1. Forest away might be tough. Like, and I think equally for Liverpool, we've also got these little Easter eggs that we've got to navigate.
Those ones that just pop out of nowhere. It's like,
yeah, you're like, what?
Oh, don't get me wrong. There will be a result somewhere along the way for all of us where we're like, for flip's sake, have we drawn this or have we lost this? You know what I mean? There will be a bit of that. Don't get me wrong. There will be a bit of that. Assad, what's going on? Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Says we're in April and Arsenal are still unbeaten against the top 6. Got to respect it. Listen, man.
That's my goal, please. I've been waiting for like 10 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, David. Yes, let's go over to the London City London Stadium.
I've conceded, bro.
Oh, we love that, John. What's that? It's a 1-1.
From a corner, Bowen. Then you got the captain. Keep your cats away from him. He scored with his shoulder blade, didn't it?
Zuma, wait, hang on. Was Kurt Zuma's West Ham captain?
Yeah.
That's right.
What is he the official captain?
I don't know.
Official captain.
I
Yeah.
don't know why I thought it'd be like. I don't know why I thought it was Ward-Prowse. It was like randomly in my head. I just thought,
same. Like
he ain't been there.
I mean, he just joined, didn't it? He just
can't just come in it.
Sometimes just kind of get to, but I just kind of
got stature.
Mind went straight to Ward-Prowse.
Nah. You can't just come to East London and take the captaincy.
That's interesting though, because Zuma seems wild, but then think about it. Who's West Ham captain?
Not going.
Was last year? Was it Declan Rice last year? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That's why we got a new one. Okay.
I think Zuma's probably the best of the lot,
Not going.
Bowen's like, come on, bruv.
I just found wingers being captain weird. It's just a personal thing.
Yeah, your job is to wing, bruv, not to captain. You can't captain.
Before we move away from Arsenal, I just want to say it's the latest on the scores currently in the Premier League right now. As Endo said here, Fulham holding a free piece at Forest. It's currently 3-1, 50 minutes played. Goals from Callum Hudson-Odoi, Chris Wood, Morgan Gibbs-White, as well as Tosin Adarabioyo as well, who's got a goal back for them. Newcastle beating Everton 1-0. Alexander Isak, somebody mentioned in the comments, I think it was Assad says, yeah, Isak's better than Haaland. And apparently he mentioned something else earlier regarding Isak. Guys, this might be a controversial, but I'm going to say it. The Eritrean king, Alexander Isak, is the best striker in the Prem.
He's definitely
he needs to stay fit, bro.
definitely better footballer than Haaland. I'm not even going to say that's controversial. He's very much so a better footballer.
Yeah, but he needs to stay fit and show it over the season, mate.
Stay fit, that's the issue. That's the only issue.
Yeah, well, so that's currently going on there. Bournemouth 0-0 at halftime against Crystal Palace. Burnley won. I think Wolves have just got a late equaliser there because it was 1-0 into the 45th minute. Wolves have equalised, pulled one back. And David is reporting from the London Stadium. West Ham United 1, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Yeah.
I saw a comment from Endo about something about Saka.
Endo. Talking about Saka.
Yeah, he made this comment that talk about how Saka limps whenever plays.
This one here?
Yeah.
So it says here, Lola, can I ask why does your son Saka always act like he's injured whenever he pulls up a stinker in a big game? He's still yet to prove himself in the business end of the season.
One part, I will agree to the latter half of that point.
I think that's fair.
Great as I think that there is, he does have a thing about the end of the season. But the first part, I'm not hearing it because just on the basic fact that it's not whenever he has a stinker. Saka, watch every single game he plays. He links after every single game. He will score a brace. He will get 3 hat tricks or a bunch of assists. Every game, good or bad, he will limp off that pitch, which also leads to why he ends up ending the season kind of limperish. Because every single game he is injured. He just literally is. Watch, I'm telling you right now. Watch like any of the games. I saw a highlight. I think the City fan put up. It's like a limping, and it was like a 4 game after he gets subbed off. The games that they showed, it was literally games Saka has either scored in and scored the winner in, or games where he had a good game. So it's like tells you everything you need to. He just limps. It's just what he does. It's the whole point of why we want a winger. He limps a lot. We're having a Achilles thing. Now I was at the point. We're gonna bring up Saka in these games when he's playing poor. Not ignore the freaking brother from Manchester because Foden came up basically at half time. What did he do that game? He goes. The first guy, Saka was poor. So was the other one.
So it's the other one. Balotelli, our Man City resident, says, "What are we doing here, people? Literally, we've come off a treble. We've done well to even be in the conversation for all 3 trophies this deep in the season." Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of talk about, what's going on with City? What's happening here? There is a bit of that. And listen, I think on the Top 4 podcast, Balotelli, we are firmly aware of the friggin' light blue shark that seems to appear every season that smells blood towards the end of the season. So, we're there. Can we have a convo, says Tahar, about Gabriel? He doesn't deserve to be called Jesus anymore. Oh, God. You know what? When I read the comment at the beginning, I thought he was talking about Gabriel Magalhaes saying, let's have a conversation about him, how good he's been and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, look, starting him was an interesting one because I thought, with the way we've been playing, the team that we've had when we started Trossard, I always felt like, keep the same team. Jesus obviously has got a bit more needle in the game. And to be fair, like if he just did like all the hard bits. Do you know what I mean? Then the easy bit is like, oh dear, come on.
I need my has he got the number 9 shirt? He's got the 9.
He's got the 9.
Spirit of 9ness to just depend on him. Bro.
I think it's basically the same thing that I have to certain other players, like Trossard, in my opinion as well. Certain players are meant to be down the middle. Jesus is not a left winger, especially the way we play. The way we play, he cannot be on the wing. He just can't.
Hola, that he created the chances for himself. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not taking the onus with him when he had the ball and shot. I'm saying in general. Because I thought he was poor. Even when he was trying to help defending, he was poor at it as well. I'm just saying in general, I have a thing about certain players of either playing them in the same position or playing them at all. For me, Jesus, I don't want him in the wing. They're not going to play him at number 9. Let him come on off the bench and replace Havertz when it's like a swap. I don't want him in the wing. He looks crap.
But then even Havertz didn't really do much anyway.
That's what I'm saying. You swap them around. Don't play them both. The only thing I'll say is because I don't know if it's like a Trossard injury thing, and obviously because Martinelli's injured, he wants to start Jesus. But I'm just saying, it's a case of a winger thing. Either play Trossard there, even I don't like him either, but I prefer him there. Either put Trossard there if Martinelli's not available, or I don't know if it's something else. But Jesus on the wing for me, it's just because our wingers have to actually do work, it doesn't work. It is what it is. But yeah, the crux of it all is shoot. Because you have the ball too many times in the area for you to stop shoot. It's annoying.
It was annoying indeed. I'll tell you what else is annoying. With that draw at the Etihad, it meant Liverpool went back on top with a win against the Seagulls. Liverpool 2, Brighton 1. Talk to me, AD, man. You're back on top of the league. How are you feeling?
You know what? I had a thought on Sunday. Luis Diaz scored the winner, right?
No, it was Mo Salah, bruv.
So Luis Diaz scored the equalizer.
Yep.
And I had this thought. It's like when I look back at the squads, everyone's had a moment. Everyone's done something pivotal. I can look back and say, Gomez when he was imperious, covering for Andy Robertson, he was injured for like 3 months. McAllister's just become an absolute animal. I don't know what he's been doing this year. You think of what Nunes away at Newcastle. You think of Gerald Kwanzaa dealing with Erling Haaland. And you sit there and you say to yourself, you know what? Like this, I think we've got the hallmarks of a league winning season where everyone, you can look at them at various times. Harvey Elliott, last minute winner away at Crystal Palace, where you think of various players coming to the fore when we need them most. And I think the Brighton game, it was just a case of the inevitable, really. When they scored, they scored in like the second minute, and you just sit there and you think to yourself, okay, when are we going to win this game of football, kind of thing. So I think the Jurgen Klopp farewell tour, it rolls on. Next stop is Manchester. So obviously get your tickets, get down there. But I'm over the moon. I think what we've seen is Liverpool have in the storm and in the fire. The different players have come and done what they've needed to do, and now we're heading into the final straight where we're going to have Trent back, we're going to have Alisson back, we're going to have a fit Salah, firing, Van Dijk and Virgil van Dijk, by the way, is the glue. When I mention all of those players, all of those different parts, the glue and the consistent figure and the one element of this Liverpool team that's here to stay is the captain, fantastic Virgil van Dijk, who's made it his mission to win this league title. It's his sole purpose. Like he's incredible. He's absolutely phenomenal. Like that's just another basic game. Absolutely excels. Like we don't even need to think about his level of performance anymore. So yeah, guys, man. Like I'm even Cream Kelleher in goal. Average goalkeeper, bang average, but he stepped up when we needed him the most. So I'm happy, man. Rolling Man United. We're gonna go there. We're gonna lay the smack down, and we're gonna continue this farewell tour. Can't wait.
Yeah, it's important to have players that step up in key moments. As you said, everyone's had their little piece, from your Bradleys, people like that, and Luis Diaz. I mean, what do you think about with this comment here from Endo saying that he's been superb the last 6 weeks, looking like the Diaz of old? Because obviously he's had a tough year, hasn't he? Yeah,
is that a tough one? To be fair, because I think because Luis Diaz, like when he first burst into the scene, it was like a battle of hell. It was tenacious. It was quick. He could dribble. It's like even if a defender sort of showed him onto his weak foot or even nicked the ball, he had that heart, that passion, that zeal to sort of get back and go again. I think prime example is probably the FA Cup final.
Yeah.
Where he just ran at Reece James about 7 different times. And then obviously he had his nasty ACL. And I think that ACL, it ruined him physically. And I think it ruined him mentally as well. Like I feel like there was a period of the season where maybe like the autumn, winter, where he couldn't beat a man for love nor money. He looks like he lost about 5 yards of pace. He looks weak. He looked disheveled. But from that Newcastle game onwards, I think we played them maybe New Year's Day. Yeah, man. Like we've seen signs of recovery. Like he's still, don't get me wrong, he's still frustrating. But he's adding something again. He's adding real value, and just ball carriers are vital, man. Having a man that can take you up the pitch, having a man that can beat a defender 1-3-1, and even if it's just for the mere fact of rising the crowds, he's doing it. And you know what? To be fair to him, he scored important goals, even in his bad period or the period where he was dealing with the whole kidnap stuff. He scored the equalizer away at Luton. So yeah, I think now what good players do. He's cooking at the right time at the business end. So that's an ace up our sleeve, therefore. So yeah, man. I think he was definitely underwhelming in the earlier parts of the season, but he's hitting the gas at the right time.
He's one of my favorite Liverpool players. I think like you said, when he burst into the scene, it was like, where did they find him? Where's this kid come from? And yeah, he's had his moments, but I mean, he's still electric. I think he's still a player that he haunts me, man. He's just one of those players that you just think, God, when he runs at you. I know, was it against Man United? What game was it where he just missed? Was it City even?
City.
Where that his criticisms will come from that, and that's okay because it's like he's in the chances, he's in the big moments. He's just probably not putting them away. What would be more concerning, I think, like what he did at the start of the season, was that he wasn't really around. Like it was almost like, where is he? He doesn't exist. But yeah, as you say, look, he's well into. It's a player I love to watch. He's a player I like watching. He's an entertainer, and I like that type of player. And
am I crazy? Am I crazy for saying like? Because I remember I saw a comp of his like maybe like 2-3 weeks ago. Exceptional, live wire, electric, skillful, you name it. I just thought to myself, like, I don't love this guy. Like, I don't know. Like, he doesn't feel. Maybe it's because every chance his dad gets, he's literally parading him in front of Barcelona. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. Like, I don't feel that affinity to him, and I don't quite know why.
I'd find it weird, personally speaking. I'd find that weird because I look at, you look at what Liverpool have been over the last 5-6 years, and yeah, you had Mane, for example, securing that spot, and maybe there's a bit of that hole where you're sort of like, okay, maybe that's what it is. But I'm sorry, Diaz, as a guy watching from the other side, I'm like, that's a player I'd love to watch week in, week out. So from where I'm standing, yes, but Liverpool fans might be with you,
Peter. I think I think he hit the nail on the head by mentioning Sadio Mane. I think in my mind, I've got a world-class left winger in my mind. I've got a decisive left winger in my mind. Don't get me wrong. Mane missed a hell of a lot. And, and he had his own pieces of frustration, but he was just, he scored so many crucial goals. He set the tempo just from his pressing, just from his energy, the way he used to get back and help Robertson. Then in the same breath, he's up in the other end. He was a 1v1 demon. He used to stand defenders up, go the other way and bang it. So I think that's probably a little bit of my resentment, is because I'm maybe comparing him to Sadio Mane, and I maybe need to look at him for a slightly different lens. That's probably what it is.
This is the thing, as Tahar said here. Let's deep what we're talking about here. What he's had in the last 2 seasons, right? He's dealt with an ACL, which players don't really recover from. When you get the ACL, it takes you a while. If you are, the people that recover from ACLs are the players that like look after themselves. When I see that when what Van Dijk went through at Goodison, I thought, wow, that's the end of him. We're not going to see that Van Dijk again. And yet we're here talking about one of the best captains in the league and one of the best players to grace the Premier League still, and like you said, he's here leading like on an exceptional level. And then you got people like, Diaz. There's no mucking about. It's one of the things I love about players that come from, let's say come from not necessarily privileged backgrounds, who have nothing but all their heart and soul is about succeeding in life. You know what I'm saying? All he probably wanted to do was kick ball. I might be stereotyping here, and forgive me if I am, but it's one of those ones where he's a street baller, Diaz, and looks like somebody who he's out there. Let me play my football. Let me have fun, and you will see the results. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, as Tahar says, like it's a lot of things. Tahar says as well, bro. Did you say Queen Kelleher? Queen, yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Them Irish names are serious, bro. If you didn't grow up with Irish kids in school, honestly, some names will pass you by. When you sit there, when you see them, you're like, "Raw, what is this?" So, yeah, big up and big up. Endo says, my worry for Liverpool is constantly going 1-0 down, as well as those 3 consecutive away games at the end of April. They chucked Everton away in there. Oh, they chucked Everton away in there as well. What's Liverpool's next few? If you know, do you know them?
Everton's a threat. It's serious, man. They're not rubbish.
Say again.
Why are you worried about Everton?
Everton is. Come on, man.
It's a derby, guys. Listen, it's a derby, man. Let's have it right. It's a derby.
And historically, we don't do well there.
Okay, but when has that derby been serious? I don't get it.
Oh, mate, Goodison Park on a Wednesday night under the lights,
bouncing.
Oh, guys, you got.
Okay, Peter,
AD, if you get a ticket at Goodison, I'll be there with you. Get me.
I'd love it. I'd love it.
And we'll be over there, mate.
Stanley Park. I'll walk through Stanley Park, but decks are married.
This season, even their home form hasn't been anything to kind of gas about.
Listen, the luck turns somewhere, doesn't it? The funny thing is, people still think Everton will survive. You know, if Everton survive this season, Jesus of Nazareth, what's this league come to?
I already feel annoying because Luton, I've given up now because every single time I think they're going to do something good, they just throw it away. I just stopped. I stopped caring now.
Guys, do you know what I heard about Everton the other day?
They're breaking.
Apparently, in this current run that they're in is their longest winless streak in their Premier League history. That's the stakes of what we're dealing with right now. That's the level.
Bro.
But that's also the stakes of the fact that the three behind them are rubbish because they should be in the relegation zone.
Yeah, and they've been docked X amount of points.
Exactly, they dock points and they're still not in the relegation zone. They don't do anything, really, man.
It's mental.
Guys, do you know their last win in the Premier League?
Just not like in September.
Don't tell me January.
I said September.
No, it's 2023. I believe that.
It was December the 16th when they got a 2-0 win away at Burnley.
Yeah, I told you.
Bloody Nora.
I'm not down there. It's just rubbish, man.
And the thing is, before that last win, right? So they won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They'd won 6 games in a row. They were unbeaten in 8 in that run, and then their last win. Oh my god!
So what's going on there then?
They're not good. That's what's going on.
There's a lot going on there, AD. I mean, they're not good. Number one.
They're going to lose their centre back in the summer. It's going to be hilarious.
Bamford, yeah.
And I listen. I genuinely, you know, my thoughts when they appointed Sean Dyche, I was like, "What are we doing here? What are we actually doing here?" Like they've literally regressed to being a relegation fodder side. That's what they've gone to do.
You know, I'm annoyed. They've got a good. Where the hell is Ben Godfrey? Where is he?
He's not good. That was a thug.
No, can I be real with you? You know Joe Gomez now, yeah. Ben Godfrey could have been it, bro. I'm being so real. Versatile, athletic defender. I can cover all 3 positions. Play to a high level. I don't know.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that. I just think as well, though, that's where coaching is involved. I think Godfrey could be a really good defender under a better coach.
I think he's closer to what's his face, Holgate, than he is to Gomez.
Holgate?
Yes.
No way.
No,
that guy's awful. He's pants.
Exactly what I think about Godfrey. All I can think of is anytime when I watch him play, he's fouling someone disgustingly, causing some kind of that goes to a goal, either a penalty or a foul that leads to a goal. It's always him.
I'm guessing it was an Arsenal player. I remember he stamped on someone. Oh, Tomiyasu, wasn't it?
Tomiyasu. I think
he stamped on Tomiyasu's face. I was fuming.
He's had some bad, it's only bad times actually. He's had bad his faces and like limbs and stuff. He's not good. He's just tall and mixed race.
I mean, look, it's been, you know, you need some luck in life, innit? Yeah. And Everton, when I tell you they were thrown a lifeline, like chucked one when they signed Ancelotti. Like when I tell you that's a lifeline that you will never, like, they should have guys, Everton had Carlo Ancelotti at the helm. That should have never happened. I lost my absolute marbles when that happened because he went there when Mikel went to our side and they're facing each other head to head in their first game. I was sitting there like, what the hell is going on here? That we've got Carlo, who people think, oh yeah, maybe his time is done. Da, da, da. Since then, he's won League and Champions League.
Has everyone watched the Mighty Duck?
Old school, like I mean,
the guy.
God,
that's what I felt like. It felt like someone who got punished and he got given everything as his punishment. Goes several times there before you can leave and come back to something else. That's what I felt like. They got someone way too good for
you know,
and it's like, you know, I did my thing, I done my time, they go back to being he did.
But Lola, you know what though? Godfrey was good then. Calvert-Lewin was good then.
I stood in this. I don't think he was good then.
Okay. Well, listen, Everton were at one stage second in the league.
Yeah,
right. I think they finished in the top 7 or whatever it was that year.
I've seen Randy up there before. It doesn't matter.
But listen, like
Everton,
they're age mates, and when I say age mates, I'm looking at West Ham. I'm looking at Newcastle.
Yeah,
maybe Newcastle's out of their league now because of the finances. Maybe
Villa.
You know what I'm saying?
I tell you, used to be there. Leicester
used to be in that mix.
Those are core of like cute outfits that almost like our version of Sevilla, if you like.
Literally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Also, even when they were under Ancelotti, I didn't buy it. Not him. I didn't buy it, the whole thing. It felt very much so. You've got this guy
Yes,
Son,
give me-
you've got him. I did think it was like a thing where maybe he's thinking about retiring. So he was like, you know what, I'll take a paycheck. I'll just do this. But you managed to call yourself a world class manager. Cool. I didn't trust it. I didn't think it was gonna last. Then it didn't. It was not supposed to. I didn't rate so many. The only people I rated, but that was biased. Was Calvert Lewin, and I have my own reasons for that one there. But other than that,
Hang on a second.
I like what I rate Onana to a certain degree. I think he's good. I think he's a bit overhyped, but I think he's a good player. I don't rate most of it. Great grade. They kind of locked up with him. He's going in the summer. Who else is in that team?
It's a dead side. AD when Daesh went there, and I think even under Lampard it was a farce anyway as well. Like the players they were buying, what they brought, like they've bought Dwight McNeil, like they've brought players like that in, right?
Yeah.
They've brought in Dele Alli, by the way, which so when I found out on Football Manager, it's 20 million per season.
A wash Dele Alli, who obviously
He's still on their books, isn't he?
He is still on their books, yeah. 20 million a season they signed him for, 40 million quid. A Dele Alli at 40 million.
We have this conversation every 6 weeks.
Yeah.
But then guess what? Something gets added to it because now we've got a better up front.
Oh, do you know what? When they signed him, I thought, you know what? They're going old school. Get a big guy who might do.
Oh, Lola.
4-4-2, old school.
I thought I didn't know who he was in it.
Just remember, you're talking to Serie A correspondent over here, and I've been watching him at Udinese, and he stunk the joint there. Okay.
What did he?
Yeah, but I didn't know him. I thought that's going old school. A big guy lump it to him. Even to him was rubbish. Horrible footballer.
The thing is, you know what's so funny? They bought him to do exactly as you said. He wasn't doing that at Udinese, by the way. He wasn't. Ball to feet. You know what I'm saying? 2-touch pass on a crouch thing. You know the one. Like and then what's his name? What's it? Harrison and them like, are whipping the ball to him. What?
Harrison is just gelled hair and nothing else. And
I thought there was a player in there. I can't lie. I thought there was a player.
McNeil, who I thought he tricked me for like about half a season and he was at Burnley, and I got over it. And I was like, every season they kept trying to hype up saying, "Oh my gosh, you got to leave Man United."
Garbage.
And United, I remember that he was talking about the deal here. I said, I know United are like desperate. Horrible. He's meant to be championship. If he went,
he's a proper champion.
Do you know what though? But you know what?
He's like Matthew Etherington, but tall.
I'm being dead serious when I say this. We need to cut down the Premier League to 18 teams.
I'm sorry, I back that. I back that fully because some of these people are
because it's too much now. There's too many.
You say that Burnley.
No. Adrian, look at the team from 11 to even the top 4 of the championship. Look at that crop.
Because are you telling me like
it's god awful?
Someone at Leeds is better than a bag of wingers already here. This is
it's awful.
Yeah, there's a lot there. I mean, but Everton shouldn't be in this relegation fight. I'm sorry.
Yes,
I know their squad.
Their
squad is bad.
I agree,
their squad is bad, but they shouldn't be in a relegation fight. You're not fighting.
They're better than these teams.
You can't fight with.
That's the point. They're better than these teams. That's why they're not in the bottom 3. It's just they should be where they are. They're rubbish.
Lola, they ain't won since their last year's resolutions. This is a side, literally. They're 3 points above the relegation zone. They are literally.
What was the New Year's resolution? To never win a game of football again? Goodness gracious! How can you not win all year? We're in April for crying out loud. It's April the 2nd for crying out loud.
Oh my god!
The season ends in May. That's when it ends.
I don't like Everton at all. And if it wasn't for Everton, I normally put my energy into hoping they get relegated. But I despise Everton. They're not going to get relegated, but I want them. Something seems to happen. I want them gone.
I want Everton to be good again. That's all I want. I'm
tired of them.
I want the David Moyes Everton. I want a Ancelotti Everton. Even a cheeky Koeman Everton when he first was there. Not the second stint, but the first stint. You know what I mean?
I want them to go the way of Sunderland.
Get them, go away. Go away.
AD, quickly. Endo says last ever derby at Goodison. Well, I think you've still got one more year there. And our record at Goodison is smelly. Is that true? Plus, they're fighting for relegation. What do you reckon? Is that true?
Bro, hella draws.
Jesus,
Hella
Cenk Tosin. Do you remember him? Holy smokes!
Beto, because at least Beto can move. Tosin looks like he just downed a kebab before kickoff.
Do you know who bought him? Do you remember who bought him?
Big Sam.
We need a man that we can lump it in forward. We got no mobility at the front. That's what he said. We got no mobility. We're gonna get someone in there from Turkey. He scored 14 goals for who I can't remember. Was it Besiktas? He got 14 goals wherever he was in Turkey. They brought him over. Guy could not hit the barn door, blood. It was ridiculous. With that Sam Allardyce ball. Everton had Sam Allardyce at the helm. Listen, what is wrong with this football club? It went from the heights of certain managers to the decrepitness of the others.
You know what? When I look at the current sort of Premier League teams, I think we need an Everton documentary. I need to know where the money's gone. I need to know what's happening with the money. I need to know about the managerial conveyor belt. It's bizarre to say the least.
I need that
bizarre.
segment. You know what transfer window I need the most? The one where they signed three number 10s.
We know.
The 3 number 10s when it was Gylfi Sigurdsson, when it was Bernard, and it was David Klassen. I need that.
Oh, don't forget about Wayne Rooney. Don't forget about Wayne Rooney.
Oh God, was he in the same window?
Wait, did you say Sigurdsson?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I need that segment. I need that month of August when it went to pot.
This is
and
why
they bought 3 of the same position.
I wanted to do something. They had the documentary. They had the nice little sweet intro. I want to see it all. I want to see.
But
part of it is petty as well. I want to see them in the new stadium in the Championship.
That's harsh, man.
Exactly.
That's harsh. Speaking of Sunderland, there's a season 3 out on Netflix. Did you not know that?
I watched it.
Have you watched it? I ain't watched it yet.
Put a fork in it, man.
I think one of them, one of the fans died, so that was a whole kind of like part of it. But I watched it. I like all the documentaries when they're sweet. So I like the Wrexham one as well. Enjoyable.
I ain't watched the Wrexham one yet, but like everything's on the watch list. But as AD says, we need a fork in this one because it's not even like we've gone back to back 3 years. We ain't spoken about that Sunderland till I die since the pandemic. Okay, that was in the pandemic that was rife, and then you're giving because the last season was before COVID. That's how old this thing is, and then you thought you could resurrect it 3 years later. Get the hell out!
There's been barely any progress than the Championship. At least let me get a young triumphal Premier League return. Fair enough. Well, I know Bellingham's killing it these days, but
even then. Endo says, Peter, we've won at Goodison twice in 10 years. Goodness me. Is that true?
We've lost the league title on that page, and they don't let us forget. Don't you remember Salah was moving like Darwin Núñez of last year.
I thought it was better than that. I can't lie to you.
No, we don't. There was one year.
I swear they got one more year. I could have sworn I heard they had one more year.
I think because the stadium itself is actually built.
Yeah, they're building it. You seen it?
It's built.
Yeah, it's built. It's just the seats that are missing.
Oh.
Yeah. The actual stadium's built.
By the dock.
Yeah.
I've got to send an email tomorrow. That's what I got to do.
The EFL banner championship. Beautiful.
Nah, guys, come on. Everton on all those football clubs, they need to be in there, man.
No, they don't.
That'd be such an Everton thing, though, isn't it? All these years of no relegation to christen your new stadium in the that's such an Everton thing.
I'd love it.
You know what? Everton in the Championship for a year. Why not?
No, because you know what? The Everton will not survive. They won't come back up.
No, they will.
I don't know, bruv, because there'll be a mass
points, man.
There'll be a mass exodus, man.
I know, but Everton are a massive club, man.
The money disparity between the generally speaking Championship. Once you have money, it tends to kind of come back up. That's why it's like Ipswich is a shock, and everyone else around them is the ones who went down already.
But do Everton have money? Isn't this the reason why they're here?
Relatively speaking, like to Championship lot, they'll have enough money.
Do you think?
Yeah,
of course, yeah. They'll get players dropping down. Like you'll get like a.
Because why don't we think it will be a Sunderland thing? I see it more than being a Sunderland than I see them being a West Brom or Norwich.
Oh no.
Purely because you look at the squad's dire. Okay, it's dire at the minute.
But
But
sometimes
also,
you-
also a lot of those players will not be there next season if they're in the championship.
But
So then they're gonna have
sometimes
to
you need
they're gonna
that.
have to really go to Finch Farm and collect some kids.
Do you remember Aston Villa when they went down? And it was just full of like mercenaries, it was just full of weirds. I don't know if it was Paul Lambert or do you remember Remy Gard?
Look how many seasons it
Weird
took
better.
for them to come
Something
back.
just gotta get rid, huh?
But look how many seasons it took Villa to come up. I swear Tammy Abraham was with Villa in the championship one year. It took him a while. It took him a while.
I'm thinking this. I can only really see Braithwaite going on. Who else is leaving Everton? Respectfully.
No, as in like there's relegation clauses and stuff like that. There are players that will be like the wages will be so insane that they have to just chop wires while they're at it. They've got to count their losses.
And also,
not making profit.
Pickford's England's number one, for goodness sake. Yeah, he's not gonna be playing, man.
like a Leicester, because some of them
How?
Leicester lost their stuff.
Robin, he's England's best goalkeeper. That's how. Let's just have it right.
But they Leicester lost their stars, and they had the rest of the time kind of meant kind of holes, and then like top of the league again. So.
Well, let's end on this Liverpool chat. Assad says, I'm seeing guys like Bradley, Kelleher, Kwanzaa, and Gomez in this Liverpool side, and they are top. I feel sick. I can't stand Liverpool, but we have to give credit. We have to give Klopp insane credit for keeping his side top of the league with all the injuries they've had. They're literally playing a Carabao Cup back four.
Oh,
yeah,
done
credit.
our team. And respectfully, like let's call a spade a spade. Don't get me wrong. I thought Arsenal should have won the league last year, but it all capitulated because William Saliba got out. Essentially, other factors, sure, but that's sort of the main catalyst, right? And then you compare that to the amount of injuries we just dealt with.
I'll say with Saliba and Tomiyasu. But yeah,
Yeah,
but then it's like I also argue Holding is just diabolical. You put that in your team, I don't care. It's not fixing that.
It's a lot of things. Very lastly, Manatelli, you've just gone and cheekily pulled that one out. Whoa, not talking about Alonso. I mean, look, it wasn't. It wasn't a rejection. It was simply a commitment to Leverkusen.
And until Don Carlo leaves Real Madrid, Peter, we all see the flag.
Rejection would have been if he went Bayern, no?
Yeah, I mean, why do we think Carlo's going anywhere?
2025, he's out.
Well,
2026 he signed till. So I mean, look, he's comfy.
It would have been hard to keep after 1 year. Like even if he when they win the league, like I don't think next season they're going to be expected to win it again anyway. So even if they were to come second, I don't think it would be like oh my god, get him out. So it's kind of comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he is in a comfortable position right now, and he'll be making history. Leverkusen's first ever title, and you know.
Oh, you finally joined.
Yeah, listen. If you lose at home to Dortmund, come on, what are we doing here? Listen, for the first time, I think in what did they say? It was the first time in about I think in
10 years.
10 years.
That what
years.
Exactly?
That Dortmund won at Bayern.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about Dortmund. I wasn't even going to praise them. But the fact that they said something like the first time in the Bundesliga, I can't remember what the years were, but they were ridiculous. Where Bayern, when they've won the league, have not already been sort of cemented as champions at the beginning of April. It's the first time in like God knows how long, and you're just like, come on, I can't.
Let alone not win it altogether.
To let alone not win it altogether. You know them ones.
I'm fucking up Dortmund as well, by the way, because you finally beat them when it doesn't matter. You should have done it last season when you actually had to win the league.
Oh, what's the name of the crap team they didn't beat on our final day? Dortmund made me sick.
Who did Dortmund play? Was it Mainz?
It was Mainz or something like that, and they couldn't beat them.
Yeah.
To win the league.
They lost to
I mean, how early can they win it? I think
they need to win 3 games.
Three. Is it 3 more to go?
9 points.
So 9 more points. They're currently 12 points in front. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Are they still on? By the way, are they still unbeaten? Leverkusen.
They're still unbeaten.
Okay, that's a stat I'm not liking. Why are they unbeaten for? You know what I mean? Like, get a defeat in there.
Listen, let them become invincible. I'm all for it.
Their mentality is mental, bro. There's a game. You know, carrier bag, the famous carrier bag that we love to slag off. It's almost like a pub quiz question, right?
Yeah.
They were 1-0 up in like the 92nd minute.
And they went to win 2-1.
They ended up losing the game by the 97th minute 2-1. How does that make sense?
How does that make sense?
They
They
make me.
did it the same thing this weekend. They were losing 1-0 and they won the
I
game
know
90
Nate
minutes
flats that one.
2-1.
I know Nate flats that one.
And it's right there.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I need Leverkusen to drop some points. That's what I need. I need them to lose a game.
What?
Have the league. Have
Who
the
the hell do
league.
you think you are?
I want us to be the only one for now. You know what I mean?
No,
Obviously, we're
it's
not the
alright,
only
man.
one. There's been
So
teams. that have been
what? So
They're
what?
in-
Brendan Rodgers. So what? Brendan Rodgers, did he die?
Yeah, about to say.
I'm pretty sure
I
he won
don't-
the treble. I'm pretty sure he
No,
won
listen,
3 cups.
I don't need more. What I'm saying is, I don't need more people getting this claim. Okay, let it be ours.
Look,
Let it be ours.
Why?
Hey, what happens to Preston North End? Are we going to talk about that?
Preston North End.
Yeah, they're the
happened
first
there?
team. They're the first
Oh,
team
right,
to ever
yeah.
go invisible.
Yeah, listen, bruv. When you're not in the league, Premier League anymore, like no one cares. You get me?
They did it.
Deepdale. Why for Deepdale? Out of there.
But cracking football stadium. They should. It's a good.
Huh?
It's a good. I've been there. Oh, I've been there.
What do you like about it?
It's too good for a championship side. That's for damn sure.
Are you serious?
Oh, structure, everything, lovely.
What's your capacity?
It's like I think it's 21,000, but it's built like a West Brom ground. It's like a decent ground, man. Like a bit of a deep though. FA Cup 2016. Oh, memories, glorious. No, 2017 even. Scenes of glorious emotion. Right, let's move it along because we've been on a high, but we need to bring ourselves back. Okay, Manchester United. I mean, literally stole a draw from the jaws of victory. Snatched a draw from the jaws of victory. Robinho. Okay, can I ask you a question? Is this the worst Man United situation?
I was gonna start off
since David Moyes? Is this the worst?
I'm gonna start off with this. There's no questions to be asked. I don't want questions.
I've thrown one at you, my friend. Is this the worst?
The question will not be answered.
I need to know.
Well, you're not gonna find out from me.
So you're saying
I just have statements.
Well, let's see your statements. But also,
is this a no comment interview? Is that what we're seeing?
This is a no comment interview.
All right, Klopp. Joey, what's going on here?
No questions.
Wow. Talk about
in the last month alone, Manchester United faced over 160 shots in their box.
Stinker.
Awful.
What in the
20 plus shots.
Did you say 100
again? 160 over 160 in the total in the last.
You need to get down to an Alcoholic Anonymous ASAP. 100 shots.
Yeah, 200.
Even Steph London stopped at 16. Wow.
Oh my God.
Brentford alone had over 20 shots on target. The breaking news is that not only Lisandro Martinez has hurt his calf, is now that also Victor Lindelof has now injured himself, is also out.
What ball manager's killing me, man? Sorry, he's
We're playing right backs at left back, and the right back can't do a offside trap. He decides to play everyone on.
Touches of the girl cliche, that is. Touches of the girl cliche. Oh,
brain
wow.
That's just so knuckle-headed. So it's just burn idle defense. That's the stand in the right position.
We've had over 50 injuries this season. 60% of them have come via training.
What are you doing in training?
I need to understand what the heck is going on in training.
Leave our Gary alone.
Why are we rushing players back? First of all, before even rushing players back, why are we sending them to internationals if they're not going to play?
Oh, who?
We sent Lisandro Martinez and Luke Shaw.
What? That is ridiculous.
Why are they there?
That is ridiculous.
Himself.
I was fuming at Canate, let alone those two. What? What was that social war Man United top?
Is it true, Robin, that the United have aged you?
We've done this podcast for nearly 10 years now.
Mm.
I've seen highs, I've seen lows. This is a new low.
That's mad.
Guys, I guess
What,
Brentford
worse
are
than-
better in relegation, blood.
Once worse than the 8-2, bro.
The 8-2.
Yeah,
Against
Or
Arsenal.
was it 6-1 or whatever the score
The
was?
7-0. The thing is, like the at the end of the day, 7-0 happened, and it looks like we were going on up because what happened there was a freak. This season alone, there's another reason why I want Everton down is because when people don't learn their lesson. I hate that. Make mistakes, whatever you want, cool. You live and you learn, but that's the key thing. You live and you learn. It seems that
These men are just breathing,
that these people are just living,
skipping school,
and just not learning from their mistakes. I don't know what the manager's up to. I don't know his tactics. I don't know his reasons. We are playing against teams that are fighting relegation, and it looks like we are the team that's fighting relegation. Every game. There are 9 games to go this season, people. I have tuned out. I do not care.
or 11, depending on how you look at it.
I don't give a damn about the FA Cup, AD.
No. Don't be ridiculous.
Don't disrespect the FA Cup like that.
Don't be ridiculous.
Show some respect.
Peter, I'm looking at this game. I'm thinking, can we even beat Coventry?
I'll turn it in, man. Turn it in.
Pack it in.
You're
man.
You're sixth in the league, in the Premier League.
Peter, we struggled.
Our Coventry sixth in the Championship.
We struggled 20 shots against Brentford.
Yeah, you man are dead still.
So don't give me this. Are you kidding me? Does it look like I'm kidding?
Come on, Championship fodder.
And even then, if you look at FA Cup run, we struggled against teams in the Championship this season.
You struggle against
Even though
teams.
we're gonna run.
Who's that?
No. So don't even try it. We went to what is it, Newport or something like that. Can't remember their names.
Full 11
and full 11, and we struggled.
I mean, to be fair, you support 4 past Liverpool.
Adrian, don't give me crap.
You got past
Don't give me crap.
Swings and roundabouts.
Do not give me crap. I'm not having it.
Man said
Right.
excrement, feces and that blood.
Why?
Do not give me fodder. This team has been absolutely shocking. How the hell we're still 6th is shocking to me, because we deserve to be lower. We don't deserve Europe next season, yet alone to even think about the top 4. All I am asking now is to get through the 9 games, and even if we beat Coventry, guess what? It's either Man City or Chelsea. I don't know how we're going to do against Chelsea, and I sure as hell don't think we're going to beat Man City, which is why I don't care.
But Robin, you're a United fan. You got to back your team to the end, surely.
Yeah,
You're in the FA Cup semi-final.
Nine games to go. 9 games,
and you
to
could
go.
be in the Champions League. Listen, Tottenham and Villa, they're not hard teams to catch.
Peter, 9 games to go.
Robin, I'm telling you right now. Let me tell you something right now. If Man United are playing Champions League football next season,
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask you to apologize to the Man United fans in and around town.
Why am I going to apologize?
Because you've left them at sea. You just left the shore. We're just on a
Why am I going to apologize for me?
What's the name of that film with Wilson on a castaway team?
No. Ask this question. Why am I going to apologize for mediocrity?
Because not all is lost, my friend. You're 6th in the Premier League.
is
Coventry
lost.
are not even 6th in the Championship.
Listen,
And you're asking if you're going to beat them at Wembley.
This league is done. This league is finished. I don't care about the league. We don't know what's going to happen in the new season because we don't know how Ines are going to operate.
Well, the Southgate thing doesn't give me any confidence to start.
So,
that doesn't start.
If you believe the Sun, then go for it. But anything, but yeah,
you need to censor such an organization.
yeah. So This is why I'm just like, if you look at the game in general, there's not much to it. Brentford were the better team, and they should have won the game. How they did not score is that's their fault. And even the fact when it went to 1-0, we can't defend because I keep saying the same thing on and on again. Once we score, we don't know how to play football anymore.
Even in injury time, you scored in the
Even in
96th
injury
minute.
Yeah, we don't know how to play. We don't know how to play football.
You know how late it was when Mount scored.
Because Mount couldn't even celebrate his first goal since like 2022.
It was like 10 by the time Mount scored.
10 p.m. What's with these late kickoffs on a Saturday, by the way, though? Actually, do you know, I don't mind it.
Ask the Premier League. I don't know.
I don't know what I'm complaining about. I actually don't mind it.
On Thursday, we've got Chelsea. Don't know how that game's going to go.
That'll be fun.
No, it won't be fun. Lola, do you know why? This is the worst fixture in Premier League
history. It's the worst fixture because every time we go
one in Premier League history.
Every time
Man
they
United
come
versus Chelsea.
It's awful.
At Stamford Bridge is awful.
And at Stamford Bridge, even worse. Yeah. Even worse.
Even the games with goals, it just doesn't give what it needs to give. I don't know.
You never know.
And the fact that both teams are piss poor. Thing is, Chelsea will win, won't they?
No. United will win. In spite.
He might win, but they also might just easily just not.
But do you know what? Do you know what the difference between Chelsea and United, though? Chelsea have like a Cole Palmer, for example. Who's United's version of that? Because you know what? Who?
Garnacho.
Nah.
Get the hell out of here.
Garnacho is hit and miss. He's hit and miss. I really like Garnacho, and I think he will blossom to a fine player if he has the right coaching. And that's the big thing, if he has the right coaching.
No, guys, how is Ten Hag still in the job? I need these questions answered.
You tell me, mate.
I need these questions answered.
You tell me, coach.
Peter, and honestly, I keep saying this. I don't think he's going to be let go.
I said that as well because I'm not seeing the sign.
I generally
wait.
Do not
if
believe.
He finishes outside the top 4 or 5, whatever the Champions League spots are, and loses the FA Cup final, let's say to Man City, for argument's sake, you're telling me they let him continue?
I think they're gonna do. Do you know what they're looking at? They're looking at how Arteta did it. Like they just put faith in the guy, whatever. When he finished constantly 8th and stuff. They're looking at it like that. And I genuinely think he doesn't get let go. Yet, I think at the point from what I'm seeing that it's now a majority, everybody wants him out from the United base. But I just don't think he'll be let go.
In the words of Gary Neville, but this is Manchester United.
It is Manchester United.
Doing an Arteta. Who's got time for that? Who's signing up to that project? Because there's one thing, but it's a different kettle of fish. You know what I'm saying? We're not the team that was constantly challenging for the league or constantly, you know what I'm saying, at least winning cups or whatever else. United are actually, like, it's funny. I watched an interview with Mourinho the other day, and like when I think it was Ferdinand's channel, and he was like, you know, when you said that comment about finishing second was your greatest achievement, like was you like capping? And he was like, no, you got to think like at the time, look at the players that I had, because it was so funny because they were kind of. It was weird. They were almost like salivating about those players Mourinho had. And it's like, wait a minute, when has this clock changed? Because as far as I know,
because we've regressed horribly.
But that's what I'm saying. But to bring up that United side of like 20, whatever it was, 16 or 17,
better than what we have now.
Oh, come on.
There you go. Crazy.
There you go. But,
so,
I mean, you lot have gone through hell, but listen, deservedly so, man. Screw you lot, man.
But Peter, this is why, a few weeks ago, like when you were sort of alluding to the fact that Man United can potentially sneak top 4, and then I think Robin said something to the effect of, if you don't make it, it's your own fault. Oh, this is crap. It's crap. Hello, are we here now? It's an awful team.
I said it before. They're
all good players. Give me 5 players.
They're an awful team, and then they also embraced and openly said they sold their soul to the devil. They openly said this. They just happened this season.
Here we are. Awfully coached.
The thing is, I look at like Spurs and Villa, and they still, like, Man United still caught Newcastle last year. Let's remember that, right? Like, it's not like, you forget that. Like, they finished third.
I don't think they caught Newcastle. I think Newcastle just fell off.
Sorry, what I mean about the top 4 races, though, Lola. In fact, this podcast is named after such race, okay? Because it's the worst, most unserious race in Premier League history. You're gonna watch these every season. You will look back at it. Anyone challenging for the top 4, go look at the defeats. Go look at the defeats they've had in that run.
I hear you, but what I'm looking at this one now is like I said, it's Villa, Spurs, and United. Yeah, why I agree, I can see Villa and Spurs doing nonsense and drop a point here, there, whatever. But then what I'm also saying is I think the gap that those two have built on United, even if they all do something stupid, the gap is comfortable enough that not comfortable, but like there enough that I think it would take not just like a few hiccups, it would take a capitulation for United to get back in there now. I generally thought they were in it for a couple of games and then they didn't win. I think they lost that kind of thing where like, they could fluke it in. I feel like it would take one of those two up there to absolutely.
We're 11 points behind Villa. We are 9 points behind Spurs.
It would take a capitulation of madness for them.
I mean, Lola, we've all seen. Leicester City were second at one point in a league season and capitulate twice.
Yeah, but I didn't rate that.
Well, I don't rate Spurs. Do you know what I mean? I don't rate Villa have done a great job, tremendous job. I can rate what they've done this year.
I would say whilst I don't rate Spurs in terms of like being a top 3 thing, I do think that whether or not people like laugh about Ange and his isms and schisms or whatever the hell he does, he's a way better coach than Ten Hag.
Oh,
less than a season, he's proven that. And I think Spurs have, if not, I think they've got a better 11. The squad is suspect. But they're 11 when they're fit, and they're fit now. I think the defense is fit, all of them are back, and the defense is actually quite good when they're all fit. Like Van der Ven, Adobe, they've got to put their 11. Each United 11, in my opinion.
We have a defender that's just come out very recently that he says that he's getting concussion symptoms every time he headers the ball.
I mean,
that's not good. That's not good at all.
What do you even say to
that? What's he heading the ball with? No. Because they teach us that from young, innit? You must use your forehead because if you use your actual head, like.
Is it on this podcast people talking about Antonio when he was good enough? This is an absolute place.
Say that again. Who?
Antonio. I was just watching the West Ham Spurs thing.
Antonio.
So useless.
Get out of it.
I love people that can maximize what they're good at. He's so needy.
Yeah.
but guess what? He's a Premier League striker for the past 7 years.
And I rate that.
Yeah, man. He's got a first touch like mine, but he will terrorize.
I've seen people, and I bet you're being generous.
The writing was on the wall when he moved from the shirt number 30 to 9. I said, right, this is what West Ham are doing. I remember when
the year before.
Yeah. Do you remember? And I was thinking, when they made that decision, I said, yo, they have no intention of improving that position. What? 30 to 9? I said, these men have no intentions.
And when they invested in 9, they refused to actually play for that number 9 strength. And they went back to Antonio.
Was this Sebastian Haller?
Haller, Skamaka.
You brought these guys in and refused to play to what they're good at, and you still play like it's Antonio up there.
Antonio's fados. He will not die. He won't surrender that shirt.
That's the thing.
Running the panels all day long.
If there's one thing I can give David Moyes, he credits hard work, man. If you work hard, you're in that side.
He honors it.
He honors it, bro. You know the man there. Do you remember football training when you was a kid and the coaches, all they cared about was running. They didn't even care nothing about just running. And I'm like, come on, guys.
Bro, you do like 8 minutes of ball work at the end. It's like it's drills for the hour 50 before that.
You know there was, bro. Oh my god! How's at the end? How's your touch? Go on, volley it. He skies it over. It's like we haven't practiced any touching. I've ran 300 kilometers and now I've got to start doing headers and volleys. Get the hell out of here.
David Moyes honors hard work. If you look at some of the players, he gave Tony Hibbert a career. Tony Hibbert's got like a 14-year Premier League career.
Bro,
Probably got like 100 appearances in the Premier League.
there's a reason to this
Tony
day.
Hibbert.
There's a reason to this day. Seamus Coleman still gets in the squad in an 18 draft for a match day. You know? Bro, Coleman's been there since they had friggin' Leighton Baines. That's how long he's been there from.
Streets will remember.
The streets will remember. The Baines Coleman combination, bro. They remember it. Honestly, like
Leighton Baines, he had a good foot.
he did a thing. It's just that he was injured.
What's the name of the poor man's Leighton Baines? He used to play for Wigan. It's gonna bug me now. Was it Ryan Taylor? Remember Ryan Taylor?
Ryan Taylor.
He ended up at Newcastle as well.
Former Newcastle, yeah, man.
Yeah, he had a good right foot.
Yeah, I like Taylor. Anyway, Man United, Robinho, you're just counting down the days.
Yeah, I'll give Robin something positive about this rubbish form and the crap defense and the crap midfield that Man United are having is allowing Onana to get practicing. You're getting comfortable.
Yeah.
You're getting that. He's still obviously here there, but he's way less crap than he was before. There's something. Silver lining, something.
The thing is with Onana, I agree that he's calmed down, and I agree that he should, regardless of how eccentrically, he should be facing 20 shots per game. Like, no one should be doing that. But he's still erratic. He still does things that you're like, why? He can pass well and all that stuff, but not every save needs to be a show. Sometimes just collect the ball.
You know what, Robin? I feel like there's something else going on in Robin's life right now. I've never seen this man this depressed. I've never seen it. In all the years of doing the Top 4 podcast, where United have had some hard days to get over, they've gone through some stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can think of Villarreal in the Europa League, final. I can think of losing to Man City, blah blah. But what we are getting from Robin doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want to be here. Do you know what I'm saying? This is unbelievable. The thing is, scenes, man.
I love the club to bits. So it's not like I said I won't watch them.
You do.
I do. It's not like I won't watch them or I'll stop, but something needs to change.
Please answer my question.
And the change won't happen until the summer. No questions, Pete.
Please answer my question. Is this the worst Man United side since David Moyes? Come on, please give it to me.
The worst Man United since David Moyes.
If you used to rank the top 3 worst sides since Sir Alex left,
it's probably the second because we still haven't finished in that position yet since. And
what was Moyes' one?
We finished outside. He finished 7th.
So what are we saying? So Moyes is number 1, Ten Hag number 2. Who's number 3? Would we say Ranić?
Oli / Ranić. Oli / Ranić season.
That's like that season.
Yeah.
We're talking about a 10-year period. With 3 dark eras. With like 4 different coaches. Oh my word. Wow. You man have suffered. Wow.
Football Heritage is the best press conference ever done by any manager.
We haven't even touched Jose. We haven't even touched
gone there. Or Van Gaal.
Or Van Gaal for that matter.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Any more Man United before we move on?
Let's move on to Chelsea, please.
Chelsea. We can't find Oscar, can we? We cannot find him this week. But shout out to Baracco, who says, "What up, man? Them, what's going on? G, hope you are good and you're well." Let's talk about the Chelsea. I mean, there's getting beat in it, yeah, or there's like not getting beat. Sorry, there's drawing games,
and losing games,
and there's losing games. But at home to Burnley,
10 men Burnley, by the way.
10 men Burnley. That were winning 1-0.
Oscar was telling me that they played, what was it, 70, was it like 40 minutes with 10 men?
Mm-hmm. I'm dead serious.
That's a disgrace. Burnley. Guys, what's going on? What's going on? I said, because Oscar isn't here, I think we can skip. No, we ain't.
No, we ain't.
Lost the cup final and let Burnley pour Ciroc at your yard. Managerless Burnley. Where was Mr. Vinny Comp?
Company was got yes, 10 men. He got a red card because he was annoyed at the red card. He got a red
Rightly so. That was a disgraceful decision.
It wasn't a red
I hope they rescind that red cards. I do.
But yeah, so he got a red card for being annoyed at a penalty for sending off one of his players. So no manager on the touchline. Down to 10 men, we couldn't beat them.
They drew to 10 men. Burnley at home with no man. I mean, that is a
Burnley scored twice.
Burnley scored 2 goals. When have they scored 2 goals in a game?
Oh, I saw it was a Dara O'Shea turning away and celebrating.
Turning away.
Oh gosh!
By the way, what's the name of their striker? Is it Ambuli?
I don't know the names.
Oh, there's a lot going on there. There's a lot of names there.
Anyways, the reason why I bring him, he's not it, man. I don't know where they found him. Probably found him in Europe somewhere, maybe like Switzerland. I think he came from Basel actually. No, he's not it. He's not it.
Hey, real talk, man. Them, yeah. Does Pochettino survive this season?
I don't think so. This is entering Potter territory.
The thing is, though, Chelsea's is run bad. Like, why am I hearing they're changing chairmans in 2 years' time or 3 years' time?
A weirdly run club. They've got a manager who they fired for Poch, who, in my opinion, is worse than Potter. He's done worse than Potter. He was getting away with something that Potter wasn't allowed to get away with. But you're better off just sticking with him and letting him run it if you're going to let this. And it's like, if we're talking about Ten Hag possibly being, there's no way in hell Poch on the same merit. He's freaking. Are they not still 11th or are they 10th now? Is it even
11th. I don't know. Someone there.
Like, we're fighting between me thinking it's the 10th.
Chelsea not being in the top 10 back to back.
Do you know how mad that is?
See, that's mad.
Is
mad.
I'll tell you, it doesn't matter about the money, but they spent how much money to be back in the 10th position again?
It's over. Remember what I said when the owners came in, yeah? And we were saying to Oscar, I said,
no. I'm not allowing that, Peter, because I asked you, I said at the start, season 1 of Todd Bowley, you said I'm going to give it a bit of time because I don't know how Todd Bowley is going to operate. And then I asked you 6 months later, after all of the changes, that's when you was like, okay, something's wrong here.
Do you know what, though? Hey, Rubinho, them man have been in... Bear in mind, Bowley came in after, like, Russia just said, you walk one with Ukraine, yeah? Let's bear this in mind. They've had 4 managers since.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them haven't buried the dead yet. And they've got 4 managers in there since. What are we talking about?
A 10-figure sum spent of Great British pound sterling.
Listen, the ownership is... The thing is, I don't blame the ownership for this, though, guys. Shall I tell you why? Like, they recruited managers, innit, yeah? They've gone through... I mean, sacking Tuchel was a big mistake. That's one thing I was on from the jump. I said, look, what are they doing sacking him? Oscar was done. Oscar was kind of fed up. Some of the Chelsea fans were sort of like, yeah, man, like put us out of our misery. Cool. They went through Potter. Potter was a disaster. It was a disaster, and the way that the transfers were being handled then, and you know stuff like that. Then I think they got Lampard in, wasn't it, just to cover the mess, and it didn't get any better. And now we're talking probably arguably the worst manager of the lot. It's difficult to digest all of this. I mean, let's have a look, man. So Nat says they drew with a team that employs 4-4-2 in 2024.
Listen,
you lot are funny.
You know what?
Man.
There.
Oh my god!
I always had to respect the 4-4-2 because
you can't knock it. You can't knock it.
It's heritage football. It's what got us here in the first place.
Exactly. It's the real British football. That's what it is. It's the real British football. 2
strikers up top? Illogical these days.
Listen, it's a lot, isn't it? Assad says blaming Poch for this result is a bit mad because you could put Peter on the sideline and there's not much he has to say to beat a managerless 10-man Burnley at home. Guys, I'll be giving the wickedest speech pre-match. Are you mad? At home to Burnley. Half of these won't make it back on the coach. What are you talking about with drawing? I couldn't be a manager. I'd have to go into anger management ASAP.
Really?
I'd lose my nut.
Peter,
I'm the same. I'll be like, yeah.
Let's think about it. Let's think about this AD, yeah? Because here's what I'm going to schedule in the program, yeah? I'm
Go for
meeting with the financial chief officer every single month, right? And
What
when
for?
I get told, I just need to know what the budget's saying. You know them ones there. I need to manage this piece. Yeah, I'm coming in as a manager, not head coach. I'm coming in as a manager. And when I start looking at the wage bill, Chelsea have a bigger wage bill than Liverpool this season. 4th highest wage bill in the league.
That's not a surprise. That's not.
It's not. You might say it's not a surprise, but come on. For the 4th highest wage bill, you can't be sat in 11th.
Look at the produce.
Look at the produce.
Look at it, man.
So clubs that are on far less, wage bill. I've read today, Brighton and Hove Albion have made a profit of 122 million. What's going on here? And they're
that's a bit sus as well. I don't know how.
Is it? They sold Caicedo alone for like one.
No, because apparently it doesn't include Caicedo or. I think Latvia. Oh, I don't know.
So financial year it would have been of the previous season. Yeah,
so that's what I'm like. Okay, what's happened here?
Even the previous year, they sell big every single season.
The question is, who have they bought for any money worth even talking about?
Bro, I saw some kid called Barco coming at left back yesterday.
Guys, look at all of them.
Yeah, he had ginger cane rolls when I first saw him. He had an afro on Sunday.
No, guys, this is the thing. You look at what's their name? Brighton squad. You never saw a yellow banner on Sky Sports say Brighton have signed, and I'll list you the names. Bart Verbergen. Remember when they got rid of Robert Sanchez, right? You've never seen him sign Igor Julio. Yeah, I never saw that come up. Barco, as you've mentioned, right? Valentin Barco, Paul Van Hecker. Never saw that happen. Estupinan. We didn't see that happen. We didn't see no yellow bar. We didn't see no yellow banner. We didn't see the Veltman, Offia. You know what I'm saying? Not Solly Marsh. What's my name? Jakob Moda. You know what I'm saying? Baliba, Matoma when he signed.
Matoma was the best winger in the world.
Bro, yeah, I know. Buonanotte, do you know what I'm saying? There's a few of them, even Jean Pedro.
The kids good against City last year. And
Evan Ferguson, Adingra. You know what I'm saying? We weren't hearing about none of these jabrones on Sky Sports. Now they're here. So,
bro, Watford are fuming. Watford got it all wrong. This is what the Watford owners, this is what they envisaged. Watford will just be plucking guys out of Granada, South America, the Middle Earth, Udinese. But Brighton. You see how I said we need a documentary on Everton? We need a positive documentary on Brighton. What a football, what an organisation.
Fantastic.
There's still more.
I can't lie.
There's still more.
Not this season because they've had battles.
Leave them alone.
So what? So bloody what? They're in Europe.
I literally said you said you wanted the positive. I said probably.
Let's be fair to Brighton. Even if they are doing less Brighton stuff, the first time season in Europe, we all knew it was going to be hard. It's fine. They're still a proper people.
Aren't they in the quarterfinal?
Let me put you like this:
over Europa League.
No, they got knocked out.
They got knocked out, B.
Badly to Roma.
They lost like 4-1 to Ajax.
Yeah, but I'm about to say, did you not see?
They got snapped. But the point is, this is their.
Brighton are out of Europe.
Yeah.
Guess what? Brighton were in Europe for the first time ever.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. That's why I said do last season. I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying.
Listen. They'll be playing in Europe again because you know how the Premier League goes. Those Europa League places are going to go down to like 11th. Chelsea will be in Europa League next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
so hopefully Brighton.
Okay, give us like FA Cup semi-finalists by the time we get there.
Don't blame Poch, but I feel like it's a thing that happens when it comes in, and it's like at the beginning you look more at the players because like the manager's feeling stuff out, doing this sort of thing. If we're at the running and the team still looks a mess, people still look confused. The style of play is still higgy. Sorry, dead players or not, I'm looking at the manager because what are you doing? What are you saying? How are you instructing your players? What have you done? Kind of a situation where it still looks like a bunch of disjointed bums that you're matched up basically like bar for bar with like Palace and them.
Being bar for bar with Palace, that's a mad thing. That's an absolute mad thing. I don't know what else to really say on that. Baraka's saying, I hear that Pochettino runs our players to the ground and it's the reason why we have constant injuries.
Really?
I mean, you know what? It's one of them ones where you just think, maybe it's all gonna click next season. You know, like with the sort of one season thing, you sort of think this is so mad that surely it's gonna work out. Do you know the ones? You know, when you just look at it, you think there's so much crap going on that you think something's gonna switch. You know, I don't know.
Because I feel like they got enough, like on a unbiased thing. You look at the players they have. There's enough talent in that team to be fighting for a top 4, if not already kind of getting solidified. Again, is why I'm looking at saying, remove the manager and get one that can actually coach and handle the situation they're in. And maybe this team doesn't look at the play. They're a bit more settled in. Don't get me wrong. I'm not ignoring the fact they're unlucky with their injuries. But can we 100% say the injuries they have is going to 100% help them? Like Lavia, he played half the game. As great as he was at Southampton, we don't know if he's going to do the same thing here. Guchuku, who's the kid from coming from Monaco or whatever, one team in France. We don't know how that was going to turn out. Who else is injured? I don't know their team. Chilwell was in and out. Reece James is. That one I don't even care. How much as I rate Reece James, he's forever injured anyway. It doesn't really matter if he's injured or not. He's always going to be injured. That's just part of him. So you look at it as a whole. It's like I look at it as a situation of if Pochettino, there's certain things that he could have done earlier that could have helped the situation. If he just picked a team and stuck with it, he never did.
I think for us, we have full time at St James's Park. Newcastle 1, Everton 1.
Oh, Everton! Everton.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin penalty.
What minute was that? Oh my god! Oh, Newcastle, you've bottled that. What's the other full-time scores there, Robinho, if you've got them to hand?
3-1 at the City Ground.
City Ground.
Bournemouth 1, Crystal Palace 0.
Lovely.
Burnley 1, Wolves 1, and West Ham and Spurs are at the 78th minute. Still 1-1.
Still 1-0. Oh, come on, you hammers.
Madison's off. Timo Werner's still on.
Forever blur with bubbles.
That's my point. Yeah, it's just a case of like if Pochettino would have just stuck with the team, like everyone's been talking about how he kept mixing and matching his defenders, playing Cole at left back, doing all these things that didn't make any sense. You're doing like the midfield choices were odd. You were picking. Patrick would have a run, and then you would stop playing, even if he is a bit whatever. He'd have a run, and he's looking at least decent. They could deserve a run. You take him out. You don't play him. You take him off. You Sterling one who's having things like you know what I mean? He does weird choices that he's embedded this kind of nonsense.
Do you know what it is? Managers are weirdos. It's like when a manager's in a chaotic situation, to stabilize the chaos, they didn't add more chaos to it.
But why?
As you were saying,
what? No.
Solid bits and build around. Yeah,
Adrian, why? Football is a simple game. Yeah, why do they complicate it?
Yeah, look at the latest Africa. Look at it.
It makes no sense, Lola. It makes no sense.
It's a lot of things, man. It's a lot of things. Let me get through these comment section to wrap this up.
He's playing that right back. He turns slower than the 3-4-3 in rush hour traffic.
What I'm saying, this is what managers putting these people at. You're putting centre backs who are slow as hell, who can't turn, with no grease, at fullback.
With no grease. Baraka says the good news is people care so much. Now, this is quoting Todd Bowley here. The good news is that people care so much, and the bad news is people care so much. That leads to times when they are frustrated with the team and owners. I get that, but we have to stay on course. There's your man, Todd Bowley. There, unbelievable stuff.
Are you staying on course?
It's the most American quote I can find. I tell you that right now. The fact
staying
that you
on course
care.
for what? What's the course? Where are you going?
That's just a politician spiel. What does that even mean? He's a Republican.
American people put like this much energy into like sports, and he's not used to people actually caring.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
The care is hilarious.
Well, to be fair, do you think that's maybe like maybe indicative into just sort of American owners as a whole? Because
ban American owners.
All of us have sort of had this gripe with American owners. It was like, we love our clubs. We want our clubs to be winning and challenging. But for them, it's like, yeah, but
Remember, they
Portugal
come
guys, what are you
from they
talking about?
come
We're
they
making
come from
money.
leagues. They come from leagues and stuff
Relegated.
where there's no relegation, there's no promotion.
How can that be a sport? How can that be a sport?
What happens?
There
Right?
is-
And then you stay in the league no matter what. This is what happens. At least we're like certain clubs now. Is like if you're gonna have an American owner, you have to have like a director, a technical, someone else who's not American. I know that's whatever it is. You need someone else who actually knows what they're talking about. Because you suck with Americans as well.
In fact, in America, you get the first round pick if you're the worst
If
team
you're
the year
last.
before.
Yeah, if you're last, you get first pick.
Could you imagine,
you
like,
have a
so
crack.
now Sheffield United will be given, we could have the offer of Kylian Mbappe next season, basically.
America's no, guys. America is an optical illusion. What are we talking about?
Like, when you think about it, you got to deep the rotation of champions in America. Like, everyone gets a piece of the pie at some stage, just
Yeah,
purely on probability.
Just lose enough times and you'll win. It's what they do. Lose enough times, you'll win.
Lose enough times, you'll get Messi. Well, to be fair, some players are like exempt though. Like the,
It's a farce, mate.
I think Miami is because it's David Beckham. It's because you've got David Beckham who owns it. It's because you've got Messi out of it. Because with Messi, you get his
Actually, let's look at the MLS
No,
this
but
season.
you got Beckham who owns Miami. He then brings his friend in connection. You get Messi. With Messi, you get Busquets, you get Suarez, you get all his friends to come and join him and play ball.
This is not a real sport. It's not a real league. It's not a real league.
Well,
Asad says,
they're second at the moment. So
who gives a damn? Who gives a damn? Who actually cares?
Messi's not top. That's what I was just double checking. I was just
All
double
right.
checking. Because remember, we're proving the point. Because remember, Inter Miami were bottom
Yeah.
before Messi came.
remember?
They
They
were
were.
bottom.
Messi was playing every 4
Yeah,
days on
But
Twitter.
don't forget, but do you remember who their coach was? Do you remember who their coach was?
It was
Oh,
so
yeah.
level, wasn't it?
It was friggin' Phil
Oh yeah,
Neville,
Phil Neville.
Yeah,
who played
But
his
it proves
son.
our point. It proves
He's-
our point. They
Oh,
brought
Lola,
Messi.
I've got a
They
random
brought
question.
Messi, and all life turned around in Miami. All life.
Cool. We got to wrap up this Chelsea chat. Go ahead.
Speaking of Chelsea,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the segue of all segues. Ready for this? Yeah.
Oh, let's hear it.
We're talking about Phil Neville, right? We're gonna talk about Phil Neville used to be the former England women's manager, right? Now we're into women's football. We're talking about Emma Hayes pushing the guy.
Ah,
Lola,
yeah.
what's your thoughts on men being involved in women's football? I find that a bizarre concept. Like in my mind, no, in my mind, it's almost like appropriation at that point.
It's been
You
a
know what I
debate.
mean?
It's
It's like you can't get a gig in the men's games. So you drop down. I don't know. What do you think?
it is a debate that happens. A lot of people who watch women's football, where it's like it's one of those ones where it feels like you know when you've got like ex-footballers who start off and they get their coaching values and they're not like under 20s on and then just miraculously coaching like a top-ish team in the championship or whatever. It basically feels like that like they couldn't get in to say things like Neville. But then it's also kind of like the fact that when Neville left and we got Serena, what happened? We won. England finally won a European.
Like, Jen, question: can they walk into the changing rooms?
In women's games, Emma Hayes. When Man United were actually good in the women's game, is when they had Kim Stoney, all women.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it's one of these things.
Oh,
Where
McKenna sucks. He needs to get out of here.
Who sucks?
it's horrible.
The women, the Man United's women's manager. I think it is.
Oh, Skinner.
Something McKenna. Yeah, Skinner.
It's
Come on,
horrible.
Skinner. He's
Yeah.
horrible.
It's horrible.
Get him out.
It's one of those ones where it's like it's one of those where I'm not mad 100% that men are there if they're actually actively. It doesn't feel like they're kind of like being kind of. It doesn't feel like it's just a stopgap. Then it's calm. I don't think like Jonas, the Arsenal one, is like I think just like a coaching job, whatever.
I mean,
It's the ones that like the Nevilles of the world. Some of the ones who just feel like they're kind of taking advantage because you've got some of these ones who've been fired and possibly all these things who are doing weird crap in this game. This one's a bit off, but like it's a debate.
I mean, if you can coach, you can coach.
Yeah, so
It's more like, for example, changing room vibes. How does that work?
they go in.
Because it's just one. Yeah, it's like they don't go in. They're not part of the vibes.
But that's why it is.
So,
If you ever watch
It's weird.
with a man manager, you always see they have their huddle on the pitch. You can't go into changing.
yeah.
Ah, do you know I didn't even clock that? Okay. Fair enough, man. I don't know, man. It's a lot. It's a lot of things. Endo says this, Lola. I've not ran for a bus or a train in 2024. I hope you're proud of me.
I am a little bit, you know. That's what I'm saying.
It's because his jeans are too tight. He wears skinny jeans. Of course he's known for the bus.
Damn.
Wow.
After leg day, there's no way you're running.
After leg day in the gym.
You know, when you fill out that gene, boy. You know what I'm saying? After leg day.
Oh! Remember, it was not him that wore jeans in the gym. Was it not him that wore jeans in the gym?
There's Psalms after the leg day, and you wear skinny
Burning.
God,
You can't even take it off.
filling out that gene, boy.
Looking like Greenish. You don't even see the vein, the one vein.
You're such a clown. Oh my god. Guys, what's your goal of the week? What's your goal of the week? I ain't seen a goal this weekend.
I ain't seen a goal this weekend. I'll be real. This weekend has been awful.
What were the matches this weekend? I can't remember. I actually can't.
You know what? Just to remind you, lot, I think Muniz scored a nice bicycle kick.
Yes, that one was beautiful. The one against it was Fulham. No, it was a Sheffield. Muniz did the
3-3.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That was really nice goal.
Interesting breaking news.
What's that?
Kepa set to return to Chelsea.
Okay. Was he on loan?
He was on loan.
Bro, Lupin starts for Madrid now.
Yeah, so they want to keep Lunin. I thought it was Lupin.
Lunin, not Lupin.
Yeah, Lunin. Yeah, they want to keep Lunin and Courtois.
Bro, Lukaku's coming back as well next season to Chelsea.
Yeah, wow.
Lukaku's literally coming back to that club next season. That's going to be a lot. Oh, fair enough. But yeah, I mean, I can't, like I said, I didn't watch any. I didn't see any football over the weekend, so I didn't see the goals of any teams. I mean, Newcastle 4-3 against West Ham seemed like a barn burner. Was there anything juicy in that?
Well,
Barnes had a nice finish.
The bicycle kick was.
Yeah, the bicycle kick scored by who?
The NPC for Fulham. I can't think it's Muniz or Muniz.
Oh, Muniz. Okay, right. I mean, I'm happy to give it to Muniz unless anybody else has anyone else.
No. Mine was Danny Welbeck when he absolutely slapped it past a hapless Kelleher in like the second minute. That was a strike.
When I heard you had one down for Danny Welbeck, I said you couldn't write this stuff. I was like, yes, man, Danny Welbeck. I was gassed, man.
There was 89 minutes left.
I had no fear Brighton were going to win that, by the way. But it's meant to win it. I like those goals.
I mean, it's one of them ones, isn't it? De Zerbi, I thought I could do something, bro. Put his CV out there. You know what I'm saying? Like show.
Well, apparently he's now him or the Benfica Don are the main candidates for Liverpool.
Benfica? Who's Benfica's manager?
Sporting.
My bad.
Oh, Amorim.
Yeah. Yeah.
The next Jose Mourinho, as they've called him.
He's won a league title. Football's so funny, bro. I remember I saw a picture of Richard Hughes and Xabi Alonso contesting a duel in like 2006.
Wow.
And then people quoting, you know that quote, they didn't know the history they were about to make. Only for them to not make the history because Alonso stayed at Leverkusen anyways.
You need to ban that Anfield edition account. Him saying it's inevitable.
They're trolls to be fair.
Who else did they say? What do you call it? Alonso as well. It just keeps adding up.
They're trolls.
Endo says Welbeck's goal is a good shout. He looks like prime Benzi on the weekends. Guys, let's wrap this up. Come on.
Give it to that guy. That guy Welbs.
Oh, is it that guy Welbs? Okay. Yeah. Danny Welbeck is the goal of the week. Who's the player of the week?
Yep, I got one.
Isak, mate.
Is it Alexander Isak after scoring twice?
I'm going Gabriel. My bias think I don't care.
Okay.
I mean, Isak's got, I think 3 goals in 2 games.
Shout. Yeah, I think Isak's a very good shout.
I'm just going to personally say Gabriel.
You know what? I went for the Newcastle game, but I think maybe it's a bit of maybe I went a bit emotive, but I went for Harvey Barnes. Came off the bench, and I guess it's sort of sentimental reasons because that's a guy that Peter, how many times we said it for like 5 years? Oh, I like Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes. Got a big money move to Newcastle. Injuries, it just hasn't worked out for him yet. Also, the emergence of Anthony Gordon, actually.
Yeah.
A player who I genuinely didn't rate, but he's proved me wrong. But yeah, man, Barnes was clutch, bro. When they needed him most, it was clutch. Done the business.
I think they can both be on both of the wings. No offense to Amaran, but offense to him, he's not good.
Listen, guys. Amaran's been stealing a living. I saw a tweet. I saw a tweet where I'm picking random numbers, but let's just say for his first like 50 games for Newcastle, he didn't score. He then had like a purple patch, and then like the 100 game where he scored maybe like 8 goals, and then in the 100 games after that, he scored like 5 in like 100 games.
It's because no professional players tweeting him. That's why.
Yeah, he hasn't got that energy. I'll bring Gabriel back.
Yeah, I mean,
my Swedish man in Newcastle that's from Northwest London. It's him.
Yeah, from Harlesden. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Isak's done tremendously well. I'm not really in the right position to even have a vote, but yeah, we'll go with the majority here. But you've all gone one person each. David, give us the player of the week.
Oh, I said Isak, man.
All right, so Isak it is. Alexander Isak it is. Team of the week?
Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
I think they're the only team that beat their team comfortably.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And they won today, right?
Big.
But didn't they draw on the weekend?
No, I'm talking about tonight. I think they just slapped 3-0 before half time. No other team's done that this week. So
Luton are back in.
Luton are back in 3 points. Yeah.
I get
Pack your bags, man. They're not serious. How many lives do you want?
They have a game in hand over Everton, so they could also. So yeah.
Do you know what though? I can't give it to Newcastle. Or Newcastle was mentioned earlier, but I'd give it to Bournemouth. They've beat Everton on Saturday, and then they won tonight. They're the only teams to have won 2 games in a row.
Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So say it again, Lola.
Go with the cherries. I like Bournemouth.
Cherries, yeah, we're gonna give it to them. I tell you what, Adoni Iraola.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he's completely proved me wrong. He's done a fantastic job
Up the cherries.
this
They're
season.
Too, so hold it.
Huh?
They're above Chelsea as well.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. They are.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
You know what that means to be above Chelsea?
Hang on.
No, Peter, they actually are.
In April.
Chelsea are 12.
Guys, I thought Bournemouth were fighting relegation, but just getting the points, right? Doing their thing. You know them teams that are like 15th, so I'm rating them because they're 15th. They're above the relegation zone.
Yeah.
Bournemouth are 11th in the league. Chelsea are 12th. Fulham are 13th, by the way. Because we've spoken good about Fulham from time to time. They're 13th. Bournemouth are touching cloth in the top half of the table.
Yeah.
You're freaking kidding me.
Rubbing garment.
Guys, let me deep this, guys. So Bournemouth in 11th position are 1 point behind Wolves in 10th. They're 1 point behind Brighton in 9th.
Mm-hmm.
And they're 3 points behind Newcastle United in 8th. Mm-hmm. What the flip is going on here?
Mandem. You see manager of the year? Okay, we'll have our answers, fine.
Yeah.
But we need to
think about this.
We need to give the man the flowers. Gary O'Neill, Marco Silva, Iriola, miracle work. It's unbelievable what we're seeing this season.
I can't believe that. I actually cannot believe where they are. Bournemouth are not a club that belong in the top 10. In terms of when you look at a top 10 table, they're not badges you see in there.
They don't belong in the league. Never mind top 10. Never mind top 10.
I need a
10 years ago.
I need a 17,000
You know what? Bournemouth have established themselves as a Premier League team.
Hey, Bournemouth, I like them. You always like Bournemouth.
They've established themselves as a Premier League team.
Wow.
I can safely say that.
I'm utterly gobsmacked. Big up to Bournemouth, man. Flipping hell. Who's not that guy?
I've got one.
Can I throw in one?
Let's go with Lola first, and then we'll go with Robinho after.
I know that guy is the Ghanaian brother who decided it was smart to cheat the system and get extensions. Because my man had level 1 time And I'm seeing long dreads this week.
Oh.
I know exactly who you're talking about. Yes.
Listen.
Yes.
Because your hair, and then you thought your hair, you had all the Samson hair, but you couldn't get the chair either. You're shameless. No,
Wait, Lola, can I ask you something? If you complete 50 dribbles in your first Premier League season and you score a certain amount of goals, a certain amount of assists, do you get a pass?
no pass.
Oh, I tried, my bro. I tried.
What? Who is he? He plays for West Ham.
Yeah, the Kudus brother, Mohammed.
Oh man, I like both.
No, the trim's awful. Also, he's not that guy because of the kid.
Yeah,
He tried it with the kid. He tried it with the kids. He's like, give me the bench, give me the thing, and he said no. Kids to the business. But yeah, no, mine not that guy. Even though it's kayfabe, I'm so sorry. I've seen this brother whipped all week long. Cody Rhodes has been whipped.
Brother
Has been blooded.
That's real, right?
Again last night.
You really got whipped, right?
mate,
He really got whipped.
They smoked both of them, bro. Mate.
I don't understand what era I'm living in, because I swear I've seen Stone Cold promo now that's come out. Now I don't know if there's any correlation, but there's one where like he's been sent a case of beers to his ranch, right? Is this in WWE story or is this outside?
No.
So apparently Cody
but the thing is though, on Monday they did have
Cody sent a case.
That's
apparently.
That's lame, man.
Nah, they will ruin it, bruv. Stone Cold doesn't need to be
apparently that is the case, but I don't know.
Stone Cold doesn't need to be involved, mate.
He does.
No, he does still.
No. I thought The Rock turns on my man and we go next year Netflix, blood.
No, after you whipped him. You can't be in cahoots after you whipped him.
Yeah.
Like a scolded dog. And he said, Mama Rose, he says, I want to have your son's blood on my belt.
Nah. Next, I'm gonna get your tears. Mad.
The Rock.
So this is what you get when you mess with the final boss. Baraka says that the made our ancestors proud. The whipping excursion. So officially, who's not that guy, guys? We need to close.
It will have to be Bayern Munich. Mate.
Yeah, I was about to say FC Bayern München. It has to.
But okay, is it good? Is it good Leverkusen or is it bad Munich?
No, it's fantastic Leverkusen.
Okay. However,
but it's also bad Bayern Munich because what Harry Kane has done everything he could. Like he's done everything. He's not done anything wrong. He's put in the goals. Record-breaking season for English goal scorer in the Bundesliga, and you're still not winning the league.
Do you know how proud I am of this moment? Like this is amazing. Granit Xhaka goes to Leverkusen and he's going to go and lift the shield, the plate that is the Bundesliga trophy before Harry Kane. Oh, in the veins. You know what? Kane's going to leave in the summer and come back to England. I mean, I'm done. I've had enough. I need this league.
They can disrupt someone else's title chances. Stay where you are, man.
How about he comes to the Arsenal? How about that, Lola? Have you factored that in?
About 20 years in the trophy. Are you mad?
What you're not taking? Wait.
Would you guys do it?
Yeah, Kane.
Listen,
Kane's judge.
I will go.
That's
to
what Lola's saying.
And I will collect the baggage, and I will bring it through customs and get him here. Are you serious?
Would you bring Eric Dyer in as a coach as well?
No.
Definitely not as a player. But...
No, the fact that they brought Eric Dyer, Bayern Munich are not that team.
Robin, he started on Saturday. He starts games. He plays football.
He starts games.
Yeah.
What is Tommy Tuchel doing?
Ask for it.
Guys and girls, he walks into any Premier League side.
And that is
except Man City, but
that is wonderful. His judge is too strong.
Is the judge too strong? Is he the reason why we failed in England as well? With England,
King. He missed the penalty. He did miss the penalty.
All he had to do was pass the ball. Then we're in the final. Oh. Harry Kane's like, More. Anyway, Emma Hayes was shouted out there. Not that guy, Alfonso Davies.
I want to know what he done.
Nah. Bayern screwed him over. Basically,
Yeah.
he was offered a new contract about a year ago to stay at Bayern.
Yeah.
But then they had a whole turnaround because they fired everyone.
Yeah.
Now the new lot rescind the contract and they say they'll review it later. But now they're panicking because they realize that they're not going to get a new right back. So now they're giving Alfonso Davies an ultimatum. He's got 2 weeks to sign the contract or they're going to sell him.
Right.
Run that. He's off to Madrid.
Right.
Madrid want him.
See you later, mate. See you later. Crazy scenes. All right, fixtures for next week. Just a quick run of predictions. Tomorrow night, of course, the Arsenal FC are back in North London, home to Luton Town. I think it's safe
come on, Luton.
I think it's pretty safe. AD be watching
on,
with an eagle eye.
No eagle eye, bro.
Well,
Listen,
am I even watching the game?
You know where to expect the points.
Them ones. Well,
I'm gonna watch a smackdown. Like when I watched that Newcastle game and I was in awe and I was applauding every goal. And I said,
Arsenal are gonna be the final boss.
I can't lie, you
And they're
guys.
gonna bring the belt out.
I've missed us. We've not played at home for ages. I feel like it's been ages.
Yeah,
That Newcastle game may have been the last. Actually, probably was.
It's the Champions League.
Brentford.
I think it was Champions League. I think it was Champions League after Brentford, just after.
I just realised you got Kane coming to the gaff next week.
Oh, don't. We'll get to that week. Don't worry about that. We'll get to that week. So Arsenal at home to Luton Town. Brentford at home to Brighton, 7:30 as well, kickoff. And then Manchester City, 8:15 kickoff. Manchester City at home to Aston Villa. Villa. Oh, mate.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Listen, what I need to I know. It could be 5-0. I mean, it's one of those ones where every team that's against Liverpool and City, I'm going to be knowing every away song that there is, just to give them the extra push. Talk to me, AD.
Oh, sir, am I moving mad? Like, listen, you see, not that guy, yeah? I found the mother. I think I found the mothership of not that guys.
Oh,
there's a tweet that I've seen. This is a person that's actually been on this podcast.
A person
podcast, if you will. So I saw a tweet, right? With something to the effect of when Mikhailo Mudryk was popping, when the comps did the Shakhtar Donetsk comps were doing the rounds, right? I saw a tweet from said person saying that Mikhailo Mudryk had the ability to surpass the level of Luis Suarez. No. You know what? First of all, so my first thought was it must be edited, it must be a fake, because that, as I said, it was deleted and then they quoted it with the picture, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, maybe he was, maybe said person was feeling froggy at the time. Maybe he had one too many, like he's seen Mudryk for a year now. He knows the levels. This person has now doubled down on his tweet and said Mudryk under Arteta had the potential to surpass Suarez. I'll stand by that. Incredible talent that went to a horrible environment. That tweet was based on him signing for Arsenal, not Chelsea. I'll own it and stand by it. I do not care.
Is it Mo?
Mo! Arsenal! Come on, man.
Mo Arsenal.
Greatest strike of the generation.
Wow, that's a bold move.
That's horrific.
That's a bold move. So City at home to Villa tomorrow night. On Thursday, we've got Liverpool at home to Sheffield United, 7:30 kickoff.
How many do you want?
How many?
Four.
I don't know. You feel Chris Wilder's had a few good results lately.
No.
Like I said, those senses can go to the championship. I can get out of here, man.
Those senses can go to the.
Well, to be fair, they are putting up fights these days.
No.
We'll snot them, but
no.
I'm just saying.
We'll
give them 4 at least.
Stupid. Get out of here, man.
They will be all drinking a gallon of Magnet. I can assure you that. Chelsea will be playing Man United at 8:15 on
It's gonna be
Thursday.
a draw.
No.
It's got a draw written all over this.
All over it.
It's got a massive draw written all over this.
All over.
7-0 Liverpool, says Nat, against Sheffield United. I mean, that would really put down the morale boost.
League One Wes.
League One Wes.
Oh, Wes Fodringham, he's the type of guy to save a penalty, you know.
It's a
Big
lot.
save, make a big
Nunes.
save. To be fair, he made a world-class save against us. I think it was Van Dijk. Someone that I think it was from a corner. He made an excellent save.
He made a few good saves against us at the Emirates. We still won 5-0, but he still made a few good saves.
Big Parsley and Wes, that's what they call him.
0-0 or 1-1. 2 pens, says Nat, for the Chelsea Man United game. Murad says Liverpool 2, Sheffield United 2. Controversial scenes.
Why are you thinking of that airtime? Remove it.
You
You name me 2 Sheffield United players that are capable of scoring, let alone scoring.
Burton Diaz can score twice. Burton Diaz can score twice.
He's a player, though. No,
Cameron Archer.
Happy he's in the
On
He's a Sheffield fan. Get out of here, man.
on
The
Saturday,
manager said he needs to learn how to speak Spanish before he can come back to the Chile squad.
A simple hola, he can't do.
on Saturday, Crystal Palace at home to Man City at 12:30 kickoff. It's an early one for you risers in the morning.
Oh, that's again. They actually struggle at Crystal Palace. Oh, am I going mad? City.
It's always a gritty 2-1 win or something like that.
Yeah, it's something random.
I think they'll put.
That's another team we need to get rid of.
No,
that's a team. That's a team I can agree with there, Robin. That's a team.
We need to get rid.
I've been here.
Bring the league down to 18 teams. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this.
Listen, Lola's only backing it because they're a South London club. However, get them the hell out of here.
It's the Mandem club. I hear it, but they need to go.
Crystal Palace 2-1 against Man City, says Mirad. Listen, we're hoping and praying. You know them ones. We're just hoping and praying. Let me see what other games are tasty. I mean, Villa at home to Brentford next. Everton at home to Burnley. Newcastle, Fulham at home to Newcastle. Luton Town at home to Bournemouth. These are all 3 o'clocks. Wolves at home to West Ham. There's a lot of 3 o'clocks on Saturday for once. I will be at the Amex Stadium because it will be Brighton and Hove Albion against the Arsenal FC. 5:30 kickoff on Sky Sports. What are your teas?
3-1 Arsenal.
Oh, I love that. Is it?
I'm only thinking that because I think
Do you normally struggle at home against Brighton, but yeah, away you're fine.
So I'll just say 3-1.
Yeah, it was pretty decent away at Brighton. But yeah, I'm going for a victory, obviously. Sunday, the 7th of April, it's Manchester United at home to Liverpool. 3:30 kickoff. A bit of a unique time there. What do we think?
It's either going to be 3-0 to Liverpool or 1-1.
I'm going to say
you don't see.
Only because United.
I like that 3-0 to Liverpool. I like it a lot.
I mean, I can see them easily winning or
because these men will want blood after the FA Cup and all that stuff, and it's Cup last game at OT.
So this is like a typical kind of United being annoying thing. Where they kind of like.
That's why I said the 1-1's possible because we'll do something dumb and somehow get a point out of it.
It will depend how you play at Stamford Bridge. It depends what the result is at Stamford Bridge. But I think Murad could be onto something here. Could be.
Listen,
clean sheet.
If you want me to be a happy person next Monday, like I don't care, but I would laugh if this happened. So
honestly, Liverpool can't. I think Liverpool are going to smoke Man United because they cannot afford to drop points. They can't afford it. The title is on the line. You know the ones where this is
do or die.
It's do or die.
Do or die.
Do you know what will be funny, guys? Okay, I don't know why this games are 5:30 on a Sunday. Who's ordained this, right? But Sheffield United at home to Chelsea, not on TV, but a 5:30 kickoff on Sunday.
What's the point then?
Lord knows. Lord knows
what's
what's
the
going on
Premier
there.
League doing?
Oscar will have to tell us what's going on there. I have no idea.
Oscar, unless he's at the game, Oscar can't tell us anything. What
you know, on Sunday, like after the big game, I completely switch over to like European football. Like I'll put on a Ligue 1 or Serie A because there's no way. Why am I watching?
You know what we can see. We could definitely see that happening. Though we could see a Sheffield United win.
Yes.
Please, at Bramwell Lane, guys. You know it.
The funny thing is,
Peter, So what channel did you say the game's on?
It's not on TV.
Peter, get the fire stick. Whoa, what's going on here? What's going on here? That's gonna be the new thing on top 4. If it's not on TV, get the fire stick. Get the fire stick. Get
Oh my
out.
God. Do you know what they're going to waste our time with instead? Well, actually, not instead, but a 6 o'clock kickoff on a Sunday. Tottenham Hotspur versus Nottingham Forest on Sky Sports. What's going on this Sunday that we need to be aware of?
Is there events on Sunday?
Something's happening this Sunday where,
I mean,
first of all, Man
Jesus has
United.
already risen.
First of all, you know, he's been here. He's been here already. What's it called? Sunday the 7th of April. First of all, Man United are at 3:30, which is weird for a football game.
Not a 2 or 4
on a Sunday game, right? 3:30 is weird. 5:30 is even weirder. But 6 on a Sunday night, you're taking the piss. How can you have a 6 o'clock game on the Sunday night?
You know what though? I actually probably will be asleep because I'll be waking up in time for WrestleMania.
Is it because of WrestleMania? Say that again.
Say again, Adrian?
I said, what, Robin, are you still going to that live watching on?
No, because you man took too long. So when I was actually going to say, bun it, it sold out. I was like, he's man.
What's that? Was that wrestling?
Right.
So I don't know what I'm going to do, but we'll chat. We'll have a chat in the group chat.
Spurs at 6 p.m. because there's a train strike on Monday.
There's a train strike on. Is it Monday? I know there's one on Saturday. There's a train strike on Saturday.
I think I heard there's train strikes.
No, there is definitely a train strike on Saturday. I know about that.
What's that?
Spurs at Forest was originally on Monday, but it got pushed forward because of the tube strikes.
Yeah, tube.
This is what happened.
Yeah.
This is the thing is, I've been so out of the loop these last couple of days that I've completely lost all structure. So there's strikes going on left, right, and center.
That's strike on Friday and the strikes on Saturday. That's
why people are fuming. They do realize Easter was last weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like Good Friday and Monday, you could have had that. But anyway, fine. Let's do it when people are working. Let's do that.
Don't want the man to feel it.
Because England plays Sweden Friday, and there is a train strike on that day. Sweden.
How do people get to Wembley?
I'm assuming the women.
It better be the women.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I was like, well, what's happened here?
All the under 21s. Just saying. Let it be that. Okay, guys, that wraps up this week's predictions. That wraps up this week's Top 4 podcast. Thank you very much, Lola, for jumping in as well as our special guest. AD, Dave, Rubinho, you lot, absolute legends. Oscar will be back next week when he's come back from the heights, and it is the women's, as he said, from the heights of Rome to talk about what he's been doing at the Colosseum, which is a wonderful sight to behold. Until next week, we will see you live back on Monday, 8 p.m. after WrestleMania weekend, as well as a blockbuster
when he finally finished his story.
He's gonna get beat, blood. he's gonna lose. He's gonna lose. Until next week, we are out. Peace.
Later.